a comfy seat, tea's about to get wild. We've got true crime tales and a mischievous smile. More life, chaos, the highs and the lows, laughing through the madness, anything goes. It's talk time with Amy Boston and Kelly Farrell. Fun nights and stories we're telling. Everyone's welcome, grab your drink, come run. We love true crime, real life and fun, and free care and rejoice. Interviews, confessions, and a little bit of sass. Laughing till we're reckless, letting troubles pass. Among squad missions to mysteries at night. Grab your crew, settle in, it's a wild ride. It's talk time with Amy Boston and Kelly Farrell. Fun nights and stories we're telling. Everyone's welcome, grab your drink, come run. Here love, true crime, real life and fun. Hell, it's free care rejoice. It's talk time with Amy Boston and Kelly Free Karen Reed.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's the Bad Kids Club. Welcome to Feral Friday.
I feel like I haven't been here
and like forever. I mean, we like never been here. Who do we got with us so far today? We got Crafty Chris. Hey, work wife.
Hi, Chris. I saw her.
Oh, that's me.
We were in another chat. I think it was Experts chat. She saw me and she was like, "Hey, Kelly."
Yeah,
hey,
she's awesome. Yeah, we were late. Me and Kelly were talking backstage, and then we got a little carried away. But we're here. We are finally here.
Writing a song. I had to let her hear part of it.
Right. Oh, we got Natalie. Hi, Mama Girl. And we have Calypso, our homegirl. Hey. Hey.
We got our girls.
Awesome. Right. So what's up? I was thinking, so this is the Diddy show. We are definitely going to go through that. I have stuff pulled up, but I thought because we're all free Karen readers that we might get some of that stuff out of the way. You were telling me something earlier today about something with Turtle Boy and that reporter.
DePietro? So Don DePietro was... So if you guys follow him, I don't know if you have an X, but those who have X don't have X won't follow him. But he's very, like, first of all, he's anti-Karen Reed. And he's very enthusiastic with his... Okay, so misinformation. I said this today. Hey, Backseater. I said...
I am.
Because I had called Plevin out for his misinformation because he was talking about Nurse Kim. So I called him out. And someone's like,
"You can fuck off talking about Nurse Kim. Nurse Kim is amazing."
And then he says, well, someone said, "What about the poo-poo," which is Don DePietro? And I was like, well, the poo-poo to me is more like, listen, Turtle, you got it. So that's who said it. He said, because Turtle interrupted, like with Pink Panther style last couple weeks ago, like his broadcast. And he was like, "Don't interrupt my broadcast." And he's like, it's against the law. FCC.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Right?
That was on the court stairs, correct? When he was like, "I'm gonna get the cops after you." What a fucking dork. Okay,
so today he did it at lunch, but Turtle Boy went live on Facebook and was doing his own broadcast. And he was like, "I was here first, and so like I don't know why this guy keeps interrupting my broadcast." And DePietro was like trying to get a hold of like police and like freaking out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I see DePietro as more like the National Enquirer of misinformation. Like he just makes shit up in the courtroom.
He's like Grant.
Yeah.
He's him and Grant. Yeah.
Like, and Hank's just running this courtroom and it's amazing. And so Aiden did all of his tweets.
That's debatable.
Just like Don DePietro today. And I was dying laughing. I was like, "You're gonna make me pee myself." And so yeah. I was showing Steve the video because I'm like, Aiden is like, to me, he's like that little kid that you or your friend who said, "You don't do that because you're gonna made me upset. Like, you're gonna hurt my feelings. Stop it.
Yeah.
Don DePito, yeah.
Listen, Aiden is not for the weak.
No, he's
He
like that.
is not.
He's like that friend that's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Just
He's the friend that you have to warn people about before you meet him.
oh yeah.
I am too, kind of. Like,
He's
feel
a
like
little-
she's really nice. She's really
And-
nice, but she
Hey,
might come
baby.
off a little.
Polly
Hey,
Pocket.
Noodles. Hi, honey bunny. And we have a Polly Pocket. Hi, honey bunny. Good to see ya. Yeah, so John DePetro's wild. He's
That
just
was
wild.
fun. That was actually my enjoyment for this evening, was showing my husband, and he was dying laughing.
This week during Karen Reed has been a pretty, I guess, snooze. Today I was so busy at work, I barely got any information, and I'll just move on into Monday and go from there. Yeah, hi Polly. Look at all of our people are back. It's like we've never left.
I
Only
know
we're
they
showing our faces.
came back to say hi because they love us.
I know, right? I know.
It's just peachy, see? Everything's just peachy.
Yeah. So, oh, I like your shirt.
I got it off Amazon. I had to get it because it said it was just peachy, and I have my peaches.
Polly says Aiden is an acquired taste. He's my type of people. I like Aiden. I think that he's hilarious. I mean, some of the shit that he says is outrageous, and I laugh because I laugh at that.
In the beginning, I had to like reframe my brain to listen to him because he says all the stuff that you're not supposed to, like, it's politically incorrect. Like,
I'm like that too, though.
Like the R word, I would never say it, but it doesn't bother me that he says it. I call it.
But the thing is, you would do it too. Okay, not to cut you off, but like I was some live I was watching of his, and I felt it in my soul. Right, like he was like, when I call someone gay, I'm not thinking like I would never call I think it may have been the F word or whatever. You call your friend, heterosexual friend, that to be like you're a blah blah, but you would never say it to a gay person. Or when he's like, when I say retarded, I don't actually mean.
He doesn't mean like
special ed. Like the way he says it, it's not like the actual meaning of like what it. And like I felt that in my soul because I'm very similar with the way that I talk, and I can be offensive, and I don't even mean to be.
The way he said it to me, or he said it on a live for me, and it was like, those are the words I grew up saying, and now they're all politically incorrect. So now I have to change everything that I grew up saying. I grew up saying it. Like, it was not something that was bad. I would not say it now because I have a special needs child. So for me, it's a little bit different.
Oh, hey, Rosie. Good to see you, baby. Well, I mean, I dated someone that was like half Italian and half Native American, like was registered Native American. And I remember him and his family like being on reservations, and we would go to like powwows and stuff. And he thought it was absolutely fucking outrageous that they shouldn't be called like Indian anymore, and that like all like my high school was the Warriors, and our symbol was like a bow and arrow, and I forget what it was, but because like these liberal fucking white people are like, no, we can't do it anymore. He's like, I don't care if you call me an Indian, and he would be like, you know what I mean? He was actually Native American, an actual Native American. It was like, white people are crazy.
Well, what are they gonna do? They gotta change the name of our state. Like, we have a river called Withlacoochee. It's literally, that's what it's called, Withlacoochee.
Right.
And I always drive by and I laugh because I'm like, so you got your coochie, but Withlacoochee, all right.
Up here, we have all types of places and things that are Native American. Like we have like Houghton's Pond, and there's like all different. Not that that's like Native American, but we have a lot of towns and stuff that are like wicked old school like that, and they don't change. But like you can't be called the Indians anymore with like a chief hat. I think that's what my high school symbol was, like the headdressing for a Native American, and they were like, his family was like, that's crazy. Why are people like this?
I love you, Paul. Feather, not dot.
Dude, I'm offensive. And you know too, like if you're sensitive, then like I'm not for you, and that's okay.
I put
I
that in
know
our
you're not sensitive.
That's in my song. It literally says, if you're soft,
Yeah.
this is not the place to be.
Right, right. We've
Because
had to we
if you
Tewksbury,
were here,
yes, August.
you know
Thank
exactly
you,
how our
Natalie.
conversations turn.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Especially up here where it's extra, extra liberal, like you don't get away with that at all. If you're in Texas, it'd be
We,
different. Where's that
in
boy's at?
Florida, we have a town called it's Osceola County. Like it's literally named after a chief, an Indian chief,
Mhm.
Osceola.
Yeah, yeah.
So you gonna make us change all the county names? Are you gonna make us change like everything? Because Florida
Right.
State already they didn't like them doing this.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
have a school down the street near where we work, and a lot of things in the area are the Nipmuc. That's the name of the school, and that's
well, that's
yeah.
why I chose the Gators because we do this and not.
So let's get to some Diddy. Has anyone been follow? I know everyone's so into the Carrie case, but your homegirl is extra into Puff Daddy too. So
We gotta move
we're
it on to
gonna
something else for a couple hours.
yeah, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. Not that I do not love Karen Reed, and I'm gonna actually pin her defense fund at the top of the chat. If you can donate, please donate. She has
Somebody wants
experts
to leave. You
24.
have to wait 5 minutes. We have not started the show yet.
Yeah, Kev, you can come up a little bit. I'm just gonna play some Puff Daddy, and you're more than welcome. We just started. Give us a few minutes to
And then you're
go
coming
through
up.
some things here. Then you're coming up. Do you have things to say about Puff Daddy? Is that what it is? Are you gonna show your face today, Kev?
Come on. Come on.
I know, right? All right, guys. So I
There you
picked something from Law and Crime, and I'm going to have it linked in the description.
If you guys see my cats, I'm sorry. They're like all of a sudden attached to me.
And disgusting sex acts. So far in Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial, there have been bombshell pieces of testimony, including those moments that may end up sending him to prison for the rest of his life. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse.
Hearts for Diddy.
It has been quite a 3 weeks of testimony in the Sean Diddy federal sex crimes trial, to say the least. We have charges that he is facing of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, prostitution. Main allegation being, of course, that Combs engaged in a pattern of criminal activity like kidnapping, arson, forced labor, drug trafficking, sex trafficking. And when you talk about sex trafficking, because he's facing those individual charges as well, the idea is that he used force, fraud, coercion, threats to induce women into these sexual performances, many times with commercial sex workers. And these were prolonged and elaborate sexual performances known as freak-offs. And as we reflect on 11 days of testimony so far in this trial, what we want to do right now is break down the most pivotal bombshell pieces of testimony that I am confident to say the jury will consider when they finally go back into their deliberations. I don't know if this is what they're going to consider. And remember, this is the prosecution's case right now as we do this recording, so it does lean a bit pro-prosecution. But to do this, I'm not going to do it alone. I want to bring on a special guest right now. I'm joined by Candace Kelly. If you don't know who Candace Kelly is, you should. She is a lawyer. She is a producer. She is an Emmy-nominated reporter and host. She's certified as a domestic violence response team specialist, very important in a case like this. And also, by the way, she even went to school with Sean Combs at Howard University. So, Candace, thank you so much for coming here on Sidebar. It's such a pleasure to have you. I want to ask you, the first thing I wanted to ask you when I knew you were coming on is, since we haven't really spoken, are you shocked?
Oh, I think we lost her. Where'd she go? I think she pushed herself out by accident. I've done that. So while we're waiting for Amy to come back, there she is. I was like, where'd she go? No, his son's not in jail. Did you swipe yourself right out? Hello? Now you're frozen. There you are. I can't hear you.
What?
There you are.
Hello?
Are you there?
Hello? Hold on. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if it's
Oh
your
yeah,
way
I can hear.
or if it's mine.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta reshare my screen. I apologize.
That's okay. I'm gonna change on to my hotspot. Just cause you never know.
Yeah.
as as a person, not Puffy, someone who got mad and got puffed up. He has softened his presentation of who he is over the years. So as the years have gone on, I haven't been shocked, especially looking at some of the things that he has also been taken to court for, whether it's, assaulting a photographer or somebody at his child's game at college. So there are different things along the way that have kind of built up to where we are.
Hey everybody, this is a law and crime legal alert. Did you know that children are being diagnosed with serious conditions like type 2 diabetes and endured, and Combs always, again, taking these allegations as true. Was Sean Combs always like this, or do you get to that power, you have that wealth, you have that celebrity, that you got to go to the next thing. You got to go to the next thing. You got to go to the next thing. It's more of a psychology question, but I haven't had a chance to ask that yet. And I was talking about it over the weekend. I thought it was an interesting question to have.
Well, no, absolutely. Listen, I think that when you are someone who has a lot of money and can do everything, right? The jet skiing after a while is not going to be enough. Or traveling, to the south of France every other weekend, that's not going to be enough because you have money. You can buy anything that you want. One girlfriend may not be enough, so several girlfriends are a lot. And then let's try this. There's this interesting interview that he did with the late night talk show host, I think it was Jimmy Fallon, and he talked about having an ambulance outside of his home just in case the drugs he took laid him out. And I thought, well, isn't that interesting? That's someone who is not only someone who can.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear me?
Okay, cool. So they're talking about Diddy. Yeah, I can hear you. They're talking about Diddy, about, everything that he's accused of and all of this stuff or whatever. So we're also going to move on to a ex-assistant that was with him for a very long time. And essentially, she corroborates everything, including Kim Porter, which is really, really, really sad for me because Kim Porter is the mother of his two twins girls. She, I think, has 3 kids with him, and he adopted her other child that was born through another singer called Albie Shore. I'm not sure if hey Drew K, good to see you, baby. It's a long convoluted story. Also, before I forget, I'm having an ADHD moment. I was watching someone called her channel's called The Surprise Witness. And do you guys remember when he went to like Russia and adopted a bunch of kids and took, public relations pictures with them and everything, and they've never been seen again? Yeah. So, and they brought it up in the trial this week with his ex assistant, goes by the name of Capricorn Clark. Yeah, Capricorn Clark. She was with him in the early 90s. She was with him for a few years and then met Cassie and was doing her kind of creative directing, like dressing her and getting her parts and things like that. And then she went back from 2016 to 2018 to be his assistant again. And she has all the tea. She knows everything. And
Why would she go back to that?
She went back. And this is after the kidnapping.
Yeah.
The first day that she testified to this, so I'm going to take her word for it. She got kidnapped by him and one of his security guards. Not once, but twice. Okay. The first time was the first day that she worked for him. He brought her to some center in New York with one of his security guards named Ruben. And he said, if you ever do anything that I don't like, I will murk you. Like, I will get rid of you. And that was her first introduction. He made her work like 20 hours a day. And he would like not let her sleep. He wasn't sleeping because he was doing all sorts of drugs and all this kind of stuff.
Cocaine and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, he was doing the pink cocaine. He was doing ecstasy. He was doing Molly. He was doing opiates. Him and Cassie were both addicted to opiates. I believe Cassie said in the stand that she's on Suboxone, or a type of Suboxone that you can be on while you're pregnant, because she has been an opiate user since Diddy, which is really sad. How he made it. You can get drugs in prison, but is he getting drugs in prison? I don't know. That would be a really bad come down if he was doing all that.
He's in the same jail as what's his name, Manganiello, whatever, the guy who shot the healthcare guy.
Yeah. He is. I bet he's in protective custody. I mean, he's all gray haired, his beard and his hair, because they can't color it anymore, right?
He got like making phone calls, right? There was jail calls.
There was jail calls, and now he's trying to get more minutes and more video chat time with his lawyers so that they can come up with a better case for them. He also, there have been women coming out saying that they were GHB'd by him. There have allegedly been more rappers named in his list of people. It's kind of like Epstein or that Harvey guy, Harvey Weinstein, and Kanye West.
You understand, Mary.
Also, yeah, you're good, baby. Kanye West was named by him. A lot of the Kardashians are really related to him, but they're always related to some type of drama. This is just something that I picked out from Law and Crime. We can stop and listen to it, but I do have something pulled up for Capricorn Clark, because she was one of the main people that needed to testify, because she had been with him technically for over 30 years. So and that drug Louis Vuitton satchel that he was said to have all the drugs and lubricant and baby oil and all that kind of stuff, that had been alive and popping back in the 90s when Capricorn Clark knew him. So it has been a pattern of behavior over time with all of these women. And I'm side-eyeing J-Lo at this point.
I've been side-eyeing J-Lo for a couple months. I feel like Ben was trying to get her to talk, and that's why they broke up.
Yeah.
I think Ben was trying to get her to talk.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if she did the freak offs. I don't know. I'm not, that's all allegedly. But at the same time, yeah, too many to type out. Yeah, I hate Calypso. Yeah, so it's wild. All right, so I'm gonna put some more back on, and then we'll stop it. Fair use.
I'm gonna
try a lot of things because they reach kind of a threshold that you and I haven't hit. But he was preparing for it, had money for an ambulance to be outside in case he went to the other side. So it was interesting to hear him during that interview talk about it, because at that time I said to myself, that's someone who's done it all. That's someone who's trying to get a high far past the high that he's gotten, because he has so much money that he has to go so high. He's got to have medical help waiting for him. So I think it's along the way. It definitely wasn't on campus at Howard University.
Yeah, the people look back for the past 2 years at interviews he's done, what celebrities have said, and they're saying, if these allegations are true, what are the clues? Were there any clues that were given? Were there things that we should have noticed? Put that to the side. Now we got the trial, okay? And there was a lot of bombshell pieces of testimony or evidence, and I could probably dedicate 2 hours to everything because I think everything is quite bombshell, but I kind of narrowed it down. And I want to start and get your perspective on it. I want to start real quick with what I think is a big one that came out yesterday. So we're going to talk more about Kid Cudi in a moment. But essentially, he had testified that Combs retaliated against him for becoming romantically involved with Cassie Ventura. This is Combs' ex-girlfriend, the star witness in the case. We're going to talk more about her testimony too. But one of the things he claimed was that Sean Combs or his team broke into his house. Okay, yesterday, the prosecution called LAPD officer.
So regarding this, I'm just going to say something. Regarding this alleged mall, whatever they call it, boom boom, that supposedly went into Kid Cudi's car, there was female DNA on it. And Capricorn Clark got kidnapped that night to go to Kid Cudi's house. And it is rumored, allegedly, that she's the one that threw the bomb, or well, the bang bang inside the car for Puff Daddy because he's a psychopath. So there's that. Yeah, Jenny from the cock. Stop it. Wait.
The link is in the chat. She put it in there. If you wanna come up.
Kevin, I put it in the chat, bro. I put it in the chat, bro. All right, I'm going back.
Like talking and not paying attention to the chat.
Chris Ignacio, who responded to Cudi's home and found some gifts that were unwrapped. And that's kind of like what Cudi had testified about. Thought it was weird. Felt like somebody had been in his house. And then Ignacio testifies. He sees this Cadillac Escalade outside the home, runs the license plate, and boom, it was registered to Bad Boy Productions, one of Combs' companies. I thought, Candace, that was a bombshell. No?
Oh, absolutely. I did. Because listen, now you're getting the connecting of the dots. We've heard about this from other people who have testified, right? But now we have actual digital evidence, if you will. He had to look it up in a system. Who did this belong to? It belonged to Bad Boy. That's the enterprise that we're talking about. These are the groups of people that we're talking about. So now I'm a juror. I just want to hear from that driver of the car, right? We still have to go a little bit further, but that certainly was a bombshell because it connected the dots to say Bad Boy was involved. And this is an official record. And now it's kind of different coming from Cassie. It's different than when it came from Capricorn Clark or Kid Cudi. This is from an officer who looked it up and it was on record. Very, very important.
One of the things we've been focusing here on Sidebar is, these are such wild allegations. Can they be true? Well, I mean, I dedicated a whole episode to this guy named Jonathan Oddie, who shot up a Trump property in 2018. At the time when he was interviewed by authorities, he said he was a sex slave of Cassie and Sean Combs. No one believed him at the time, really. And then all of a sudden, his name has come up multiple times during the course of this trial. Kid Cudi mentioning his house being broken in. Really? Is that possible? Well, I mean, this is a pretty big piece of evidence. So
I'm going to stop it right here for a second. That Audi guy, right? Audi guy, he was a male escort, porn star, also did whatever else he did, right? So this was kind of like a side gig for him. He had been with Puff Daddy and Cassie many times. And he has mental health issues. Just obviously, you know what I mean? And part of it was Diddy and Diddy threatening him and making him sign NDAs and stuff. He went into the hotel that he would meet Cassie and Sean Combs, the Trump Hotel in New York. And he had a pew, a bang bang, and an American flag, and he was going on and on and on about Sean Puffy Combs. And this was years ago, and no one believed him. And come to find out, Cassie confirmed that the man who went into the hotel that he had to meet Puff Daddy and Cassie in went in with the bang bangs and used the bang bangs, and it was a whole thing. And there is actually video of his interrogation with the New York police, and he's telling them about everything about Puff Daddy, and they're like, we don't care, because to them he's a crazy person, right? They don't believe him. And this was years ago, and he's like, he held me hostage and he kept me for 4 days, and they're like, I don't want to hear it. So Jonathan Audie went to prison and all this kind of stuff, and he lost his shit because of what happened with the antics with Sean Combs allegedly and Cassie Ventura.
Wow.
I just wanted to put that out. Right.
I would fear too. I get that. Like,
Yeah.
as fearing.
Hi,
What's up?
Kev.
What's up, Kevin?
Hi.
Good evening, ladies.
We've missed you.
Hi.
It's been, like,
I thought you were
hours.
going to show your face.
I know. Listen, I haven't shaved my face. Like, I haven't gotten a haircut. I haven't gotten my lineup yet. But do you want me to
Shoulda,
show
woulda, coulda.
We're
do you
looking
really want me
all.
to show my face? Do you really want me to show it?
Show it.
Yo,
Show
you
it.
don't have to, honey. You don't have to. I know how you feel about it. You don't have to. I'm just teasing. So what's your thoughts on Diddy, bro? I need to I need to start these videos, but what do you want to add?
So, like, I've been like soft watching the trial. Like, I can't see even watching it because it's not even being streamed. It's like just like people like on Twitter and stuff, just
Right.
Yeah,
updating
that's-
people and stuff. But like, I don't know. Like, I think that Cassie was a quasi decent witness for the Commonwealth, but Diddy's attorney kind of got her tripped up a little bit when they were asking her
well,
questions.
it technically, listen, she's a victim, but technically she's an unindicted co-conspirator because Puffy knew what he was doing. He made her pay them. He made her seek them out. It's like, I don't know, like if you date a drug dealer, I've heard that shit like that happens. Like he was having her holding the pew-pews. He was having J-Lo hold the pew-pews.
Yeah, that's why
He's
J-Lo had
alleged. Right, so patterns. He knew what he was doing. Like,
right, but I mean,
look
what he did to Shine. Remember Shine?
Yes,
the rapper?
yes.
Look what he did to him.
Honey.
He had him hold his guns, and then when he got hemmed up on the gun charges, Shine took all that smoke for him and went to jail for him for all those years.
Yeah.
So basically,
All those years.
He had Cassie be his Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yep.
Bro, yes, 100%. But
Yeah.
listen, Giselle, whatever the fuck her name was,
Yeah,
she was not a
Gazelle.
victim like Cassie.
Oh,
She was not a
hell no.
victim like Cassie. Ghislaine Maxwell is a horrible person, and she was obsessed with that guy.
Jeffrey Epstein.
And
Jeffrey
Epstein. Thank you, Epstein.
Yeah.
She was his madam. I think that Cassie was so abused and so brainwashed and so afraid of him doing the things that he was threatening. Because the best type of fucking crazy is when you follow through with half of your threats, right? We've all been a crazy.
Yeah,
I believe Elliot Cassie was a legit victim, but at the same time a co-conspirator, because she's the one that did this. Co-conspirator for all of these people.
You know,
Right.
Capricorn Clark.
I don't think
but
they were. They were kind of coerced to do these things because of drugs.
Of course she was coerced. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's a girl. At the end of the day, you're a chick. You got some guy who's throwing millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars at you and basically tells you you can have what you want and you can have anything you want. You better stay in line, because if not, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
But
and there's videos of him doing that.
You've seen the video, yeah.
Listen, I was listening to some psychologists because I'm fascinated by the human brain. And it wasn't regarding this case, but she was saying it in general, like with abuse and stuff like that. They can get so far into your head that you start acting like your abuser because your mind needs to keep you safe, right?
Yeah.
And so when you're in a situation where he is controlling your career, what you wear, where you live, where like everything about her life was integrated with him. And this is the thing too. Like, I'm just going to say this as a woman, and you guys can disagree with me, but he didn't have just Cassie. He had Kim Porter, he had Young Miami, he had that chick Gina, he had all these. So he could have all of these chicks, but Cassie couldn't, right? Listen,
you mean to
if
tell
you're
me
cheating, we're cheating. It's like an unwritten rule.
You mean to tell me that he wasn't smashing Little Kim after Biggie died? He wasn't smashing Faith Evans after Biggie died?
Facts. I mean,
absolutely
allegedly.
kidding me?
Allegedly.
He had them lined up. Everyone knows what they.
Absolutely, you can. That's what I
No,
said. Yo,
first
Cassie's
of-
seen more. Cassie has seen because of P Diddy. Cassie's seen more dick than a urinal.
Listen, I don't kink shame. Like if this came out and it was all like in the up and up, and Cassie was just a freak, and this is what they like to do, and he wants to be a cuck in the corner. Like I don't shame that. But when you're literally forcing, and the thing is too, you guys got to remember, he got his grips in her at 16. He is 17 years older than her.
He's no better than fucking R. Kelly with Aaliyah.
He's worse than R. Kelly and fucking R. Kelly. Do you know that Capricorn Clark? Get this one. I learned this week. Capricorn Clark, who has been his like right hand woman forever, like she knows all the tea. Her best friend has kids with Suge Knight. She worked for Death Row Records before she went to Bad Boy. Okay, get this one. She goes from Bad Boy with Diddy to go working for 50 Cent.
Ooh.
And 50 hates fucking Diddy.
50 hates.
And then she went from 50 back to Sean.
Did you know that Jim?
I side-eye her too. I'm side-eyeing.
Did you know Jim Carrey did an interview about him?
About who? Someone brought up about that whole Mike Tyson thing. Mike Tyson, like, dude, listen, Cat Williams, Jaguar Wright, fucking Gene Deal. They have been exposing Diddy for years. Do you know that Wendy Williams lost her fucking job in New York because she had a picture of Puff Daddy giving a man the, you know what I'm saying? And he got her fired instantly. She had to go to Chicago. She had a huge career
So many
in
people.
New York.
Is that the list actually been released of who's actually involved?
I don't think there was a list that was released, but I think that there was rumors of a list. But did you see the pictures from the still video of Jay-Z and Kanye and J-Lo and Diddy and Cassie and all those other people in that bedroom? And half of them are topless. But not only that, but did you guys see the interview that Cat Williams did with Shannon Sharp on Shannon Sharp's podcast? Yo,
yes, it was so good. Yo, he got fucking shunned and blackballed from the fucking community, and he's been doing. Do you remember that comedic thing when he had that green suit on? And he was like, "Don't go to an after don't go to a Diddy party." Yeah, and that was
not
like
for nothing, but Diddy spilled more seed than Muhammad Ali has done at a bird feeder.
Dude,
tremendo. Kevin, if me and you say if I was Cassie, okay, and you were making me do this, right? Like, would you want me to go into the other room and rub it all over your nipples? Make sense.
No, but you do look like a snack tonight. I'll tell you that.
She looking hot, huh? She looking
like a whole snack.
She's like all up in that.
Thank you. The only time I get myself together and put together is on a Friday night for you guys. So we
don't go out. We go out Friday.
I know. You guys should see the way I looked like 25 minutes ago because
every Friday get McDonald's.
I told you don't want to see what I look like. I have my face isn't shaved all right. I don't have a line.
You are so handsome.
You can come on if you want to.
All right, you ready? You ready? All right, here we go.
What? Look at
what?
I feel like the world opened up right now.
Oh shit! I don't.
Everybody, this is Kevin from South Boston.
What's up? It's me.
Love it.
You're so handsome, though.
This is my house.
You are handsome.
Hey, look, I'll go show you my backyard real quick. Ready? Here we go.
Oh God!
My backyard.
Now we get the house tour.
This is my little island. This is my little island oasis. You ready? Here we go.
I do.
Okay. Here's my little island oasis.
Oh, nice. Nice.
My little island oasis.
Kevin.
All right, cool. All right.
You're going to have a whole beach.
I can make myself look like a snack to get in that pool. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Well, listen, you already got yourself all pretty, so come on over.
She looking damn good.
Come on over.
Making changes and yummy.
Oh my God. Don't get Patrick going too. The whole chat. Jesus Christ.
That's the house.
I
This
know.
is my house.
They can finally put a face to a voice.
Zach
Right?
said, "Whoa!"
Kevin,
look
I
at
am
that
so
face,
happy you showed your face. Look at you,
All right,
you handsome
cool.
thing.
All right, cool.
Yeah, there
I
we
know.
go.
I've been looking
I'm
at
like-
Hey picture this whole time. I'm kind of confused. Like, am I supposed to be
Oh.
seeing Hickey? Am I supposed
Well,
to be
it's Hickey.
So look, I'm really not that guy. I'm really not
Okay.
that guy.
All right.
No, he's
I like
not.
this one much better because the other one, nah.
By the way, if you don't know about strawberry lemonade, natural ice, you guys are fucking
We're
missing
missing
out.
out.
Missing out.
Mm. So my son, Jonah, not that my son knows me this well, but my mom does. Look what hold on. Can you read it?
It's either serial killer
documentaries.
It
or
says
Christmas-
it's either serial killer documentaries or Christmas movies. Either we slayin' or slayin'. It's cool.
That's the truth. I will
Right.
watch some Hallmark movies. Let me tell you.
Oh my god! All right, back to Diddy.
But yeah,
back to Disney.
So
the whole thing with
Diddy.
Jim Carrey warned everybody on an entire interview with I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and that
Okay.
everyone just sat there and listened to him. Like nobody spoke. It was like just silent because he just let it all go.
right, dude, you got fans in here, Kev.
And look at that.
I'm not even looking. I'm trying to answer a text right now.
Paid $5K for taking his shirt off. I mean, what else?
Yeah.
Relax,
Okay.
relax.
So then again, too. Do you guys know that Ellen DeGeneres left the country? She's BFFs with fucking Sean Combs. Okay, and she's a piece of shit herself.
Well, no.
And
First of all, she was BFFs with Justin Bieber, and I think that's how she got into be. I think that where the whole circle goes because she was with the Biebs first, and then I think that's when she got cool with Diddy.
But she became friends with
either way.
She became friends with Bieber after Diddy had him.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
all right.
Because
I thought it was the other way around.
I think
Well,
maybe
because Usher
Diddy and Justin they brought them together like Justin did, but Diddy had him first. Take it off. We're
take it off.
striptease in here. What's going on? Never know when Sparrow Friday's out.
Listen, people get objectified here. If Zach was up here, I'd objectify him too.
Zach already objectified you, so I was like, who's objectifying who?
I don't know. Wait until last Bob
We're
gets in
gonna
here. He's like, I
make him blush by the end of the show. He's gonna be like all bright red.
I think
Probably.
Kevin's unblushable. I'm pretty sure.
No, he just even said it. He said probably. That's right. Melanie, she's like, take it off. Take it off.
Yeah.
Zach is the man.
Melanie, show
yeah.
your face.
Yeah, Melanie, you come over here.
All right, back to Sean Combs. So Usher
In our chat.
was given custody. Diddy was given Usher's custody, right? And then Usher gave Bieber got custody of Bieber, and then gave Bieber to fucking Diddy for the night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
And,
so
hold on. But and then I was watching something where he went to Russia, and he literally adopted some white kids.
we got
And-
the objectifier.
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 Hey,
What's up, y'all?
What's
I heard we're
up?
going to talk about.
Matt?
I heard we're going to talk about the Celtics. Is that what this panel's about?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
I look great in green. I love the Celtics. You like the Celtics?
No, I came just to objectify Kevin's handsome face. Look at that mug, I tell you.
He's
Man,
so handsome.
I'm jealous. I'm growing a beard just because of him now.
Zach, but you know how I feel about you, your salt and pepper hair. Look at you. Look at you looking all fine. And you both are in baby blue? Stop
Listen,
it. You know how to get the bitches.
Listen, I got a little girl body and an old man face. Stop it.
It's a double date.
5'7".
I feel it's I feel a little odd. A little something right here going on right now.
Stop it.
Don't tell my husband.
Wait.
I'm just going to hang out with Kelly because Kevin and Amy are already making out in the pool. So Kelly and I are just going to hang out. She's going to stamp her foot. And I'm going to tell her dad jokes.
Okay.
And we're going to be asleep by 9 p.m.
That's
Right.
a fact.
8:30.
Oh, baby.
All right, buddy.
He's so
All right, go
cute.
ahead.
There you go, baby.
He's so cute.
Yeah, I'm just like the Glera now.
Yeah.
I know, right?
But I'm not showing you my titties, so
Justin did get passed around like a little ball.
listen.
Well,
Listen.
oh,
Hey. Hi, Papa.
My
Does he go
traveling
everywhere
buddy.
with you? He
Yep.
must go
He went
everywhere
to,
with you.
yep,
where you headed?
14-hour trip today. I'm in Houston right now, driving back to my house. Another 5 hours.
Oh,
Every
5
time I
hours,
see
bro?
you, you're in the car. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
my day started at 4:45.
Oh, honey, get some sleep. Do you work tomorrow?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
What's tomorrow? Like 8 hours? Is that it? Just 8 hour drive?
Yeah, just part-time, 8 hours.
Okay. I mean, I did 6 the other day. Does that count? Jen,
Wow.
twin, twin. What's up, baby? She said, "Oh hey, we got puppies,
Okay,
boys."
I derailed everything. I apologize.
You do. All right, let's talk about Diddy. Do you have anything to say about Diddy? Do you follow the case, babe?
I don't know much about it. I listen. Do y'all listen to Joe Good Logic?
I like him a lot. Yes, he's been there every day.
Yeah. So I've caught a couple of his recaps of it, but I'm not that into it. So y'all just tell me, fill me in, and I'll
I'm just
wander along with you.
I dance with just a little bit that I know. Amy knows most of it, so I'm like, you run it. I'll just kind of come in when I know stuff. So
Can I?
Did y'all notice Amy's voice changed when she starts talking about rap guys? She turns into double hood booger.
the hood booger goes out.
Listen.
The booger to start quoting rap lyrics.
Boston street girl. What you talking about?
Listen, I grew up in the inner city. I'm like not white enough for the suburb kids, and like not anything else for the inner city.
She starts singing P. Diddy's Been Around the World and I.
No, I was just gonna say I've always hated Puff Daddy. I've never liked him.
Me too.
She
Horrible
likes
rapper.
her court. No, she just wants to hear his court case.
Listen,
She don't want to actually
Okay,
hear.
we
hold on,
can't
hold
be
on.
friends.
Hold on.
What?
Diddy had one of the best songs I think ever came out was "Victory" by Diddy and Biggie.
It's my baby. Hey, Squishmallow.
Say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Is it
Oh,
Look at that. That's
Yes,
that's a whole handsome face.
That's a whole handsome boy. He just went to the barber shop.
Uh-oh.
It's from
All right, bye. I love you. Whoa. All right, he's
I
gone.
love that kid.
He's such a G. Like you know, like you say like gentle parenting and like be gentle. I have a whole thug. Like I have a whole thug, and he makes sure he knows who's boss.
Girl, you know how much I get yelled at by my oldest too about how I let Declan get away with everything. I'm like, it's not my fault you were born 26 years ago, okay? Just because Declan's 9, he's the youngest.
All right.
You're old.
Yeah, he does. Fresh haircut. All right, let's get back to some Diddy, if you guys don't mind.
Diddle Diddy.
Yes.
Little Diddy.
Well, let me talk about this because, look, the prosecution, it's very clear what's going on. The prosecution wants to establish that Combs was a leader of a criminal organization, a criminal enterprise that was engaged in this pattern of criminal activity. That's how you get to racketeering conspiracy, this agreement to further racketeering activity to serve one common goal, one common purpose, to benefit Sean Combs. And here, prosecutors need to prove 2 underlying predicate crimes. And there are several that are listed in the indictment. There's sex trafficking, there's kidnapping, there's arson, there's bribery, there's obstruction. But that is why I think Kid Cudi was such an important witness and delivered bombshell testimony. I still think he's one of the most important witnesses who's taken the stand. So he talked about a few things. He talked about that his Porsche was set on fire. We heard testimony yesterday from a fire investigator who responded to that fire, said it was targeted, that a Molotov cocktail was used. So Kid Cudi's testimony helps support the arson predicate crime. His testimony also supported kidnapping, right? Testified that Combs may have kidnapped his employee, Capricorn Clark. We're going to get to her testimony too. Him testifying about a break-in supports the idea of a pattern of criminal activity allegedly conducted by Combs at his request. And by the way, he testified that Combs years later apologized to him for everything, but didn't really get into specifics about what he was apologizing for. But he even described Combs as like a Marvel supervillain when he met him once.
I
Candace,
believe that.
What do you take away from Kid Cudi's testimony? Am I wrong that he might be one of the most pivotal witnesses that's testified so far?
Oh, absolutely. Because here, first of all, we haven't heard from Kid Cudi at all. We haven't heard from him do any interview, do any podcast. This is the first time that he's talking about it.
I will say after Cassie filed her lawsuit, his PR team, right, came out, a representative said, all of this is true, right? So that she had mentioned
that's right.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. And then I read that in the New York Times, correct. But hearing it from his voice on Stan, that makes a difference. To hear him color it and talk about the supervillain, to talk about, coming home and getting a phone call from Sean Combs. This was very important testimony to hear from someone who might seemingly on cross you can't get and say, oh, well, don't you need money? Kid Cudi doesn't need any money. Well, don't you have something in on it for now in terms of what you're trying to get out of it? There's nothing that he wants. He's not dating Cassie anymore. He doesn't need money. And in terms of him just actually talking about it, he had to be subpoenaed to even talk about it. So he's not even looking for 15 minutes of fame.
Okay, guys. So let me explain. I don't know how to put us.
I'll fix this.
I don't know. There we go.
That's
So let me explain that. So
just so you know, I can move our windows around while we're on. You won't see it, and it'll just change.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I feel
like Amy's power bottom like this. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, we are the queens. You guys are beneath us. Okay, stay beneath us. Say it.
What does he say? Okay, so I want to explain the Kid Cudi thing for a minute. Okay, so hi. Oh, there he is. Hey, Zach. Hi. All right,
came on Kid
Cudi and Cassie got linked up by P. Diddy. Okay, they were gonna do like an album together because Cassie signed a 10 different record deal with Sean Combs. She only put one out. Do you remember that song? It's me and you now. That one. That
was the only song she put out.
The only one.
More of it. I don't think I remember it that much. Can you sing some more?
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Okay,
I do computers.
Basically, the hook was "It's just me and you."
I was just trying to get you to sing.
So when she sang the first verse was "You've been waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call."
Yeah.
That was the first line in that song.
Yeah.
I know.
It's me and you. I'll tell you what. I'll still bump that shit in my Jeep.
Oh yeah, that beat in that song was dope as shit.
Yeah, it brings a stripper out in me. I don't know that, like Selena Gomez. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so they, so they got linked up that way, and then they have been on and off dating. I'm talking about Sean Combs and Cassie. On and off dating. He's fucking everybody. She is trying to get with Kid Cudi and she got him, right? So she's dating Kid Cudi while they're on a break. You know how those go, the breaks. So she's like, if you're gonna hoe, if you've got some hoe in you, I'm gonna get some hoe in me. And so she went off with Kid Cudi. Once he found out, she had to burn a phone to call Kid Cudi because she was afraid to call on her regular phone. He found out because during a freak off, he was looking through her phone while she's banging some other guy covered in baby oil and candle wax. Okay,
I can't deal with that.
Gallons of baby oil.
Like how? So hold on.
Gallons.
So you're upset, right? So hear me out, right? You're upset because you're going through her phone and she's like sexting or doing whatever with Kid Cudi, but she's fucking another guy in your house
currently
in front of you,
watching.
You're sitting there
in front of you.
Do you understand? Like, how much? Help it make sense.
Make it make sense, right? So he takes
power. It's all about power.
I like Amy said.
Thank you, Zach. Yes.
That like
so
doing
it gets better.
It's
the lock said it best.
So
power and respect.
Many power. So he, during a freak off, while she's banging some other escort, he takes allegedly takes a wine opener, you know, like the things. He puts it between his finger, and he rushes her while she's banging some escort. Okay.
That's dope.
He goes, "What's her?" She's so scared. She gives him Kid Cudi's address. Okay. He kidnaps Capricorn Clark and one of his security guards and goes to Kid Cudi's house while he's not there. He's 45 minutes away. And apparently, like, they don't lock their doors. Like, I'm from the hood. You lock every door you got. All right. I don't know about you, Zach, in the Wild Wild West, but up here you lock your doors.
I don't lock doors anywhere. Even after my truck was stolen before, I still don't lock. I used to leave the keys in my truck at Walmart. I finally stopped doing that, but I'm a dumb Texan.
So. Used to throw on the
oh God. I mean, that's nice though.
That sounds...
But listen, but Houston is a whole different. That's a whole.
No, but he don't live in Houston. He lives down like toward the Mexican border, right?
Yeah, I'm in the hill country. I don't even know where my keys are for my house. But it's like a gate. You can't see my house from the road. And there's a gate and all that stuff.
Deer in his yard. Okay,
that
baby deer in his yard.
Baby deer.
Oh, did you see that?
Video. I saw your video. I loved it.
I don't have a heart, but that was adorable.
He was like,
"Well, that was
hey,
really cute."
I'm like, look at the baby.
You do have a heart. We love you here. You do have a heart. You're fucking hilarious. You two are my favorite hilarious. Yeah.
That was a moment. That video was a moment I fell in love with Zach. I was like, and I'll keep him.
Oh, stop it.
It was a baby deer. Okay.
Oh my God.
So all
right.
I wanted to pet it so bad because it was right up at my shoes. But I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but if you touch them, then the mom may abandon them.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, true.
That was a lot of
another human.
Yeah. All right. So Kid Cudi. So Puffy kidnapped Capricorn White or Capricorn Clark and a security driver. Drove to his house. He didn't think he had to lock his doors because he lives in like a gated community. And who the fuck? They're all rich, right? Why are they going to come in? Diddy went in his house, opened up like Fendi. It was around Christmas time, so he opened up like Fendi stuff that Kid Cudi was going to give to his family, and opened up Christmas presents. Stole nothing, locked his dog in the bathroom, and left. Okay. Then there was a car chase and everything. A couple of days later, Kid Cudi was gone from his house again. And a homemade boom boom was placed in his Porsche with female DNA on it, which was Capricorn Clark allegedly.
On top. So
he's having they cut the top of the Porsche and they put the boom boom in, and the boom boom didn't even go off right. It just like set a fire. Yeah, and it was never further investigated because allegedly, Diddy has law enforcement friends that also help him. So there's that. Who does that sound like? Sounds like Norfolk County to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I'm in Orlando, but I'm from like Lake County, where the villages are. Like the worst we have are swingers with shower puffs. So, like literally, they were
pineapple on my door.
No, Kevin, let me tell you, Kevin, the swingers are never who you want them to be. It's not who you're attracted to, I promise you.
The thing is he's talking about a retirement village. He's not even talking about normal age people. These are like retirement age.
You shut
the average age there is deceased.
You have her pull out her teeth and shut the lights off and give you a smoothie, and it doesn't fucking matter what she looks like. She could look like the apple of a skunk, and it won't matter. Listen,
your girl can wear, but like I know for a fact that like when they have sex clubs, like we're not walking into people that look like this. Not at all.
No.
No. Like Zach, if I walked into a sex thing, I'd want to see you two. I wouldn't want to see what's actually there.
Listen, ain't nobody want to see a hanging brain. Nobody wants to see that. No. Nobody wants to see a hanging brain.
Caliente, from my understanding, in Tampa is pretty classy, but the villages, like these are like my father's age. Like that's 70s,
right?
Like
it's okay.
Amy's right.
Me and your father will tear some shit up.
Cassie's
number.
What did it say?
I saw the best meme the other day. I saw the best meme the other day that was like, I'm headed to Home Depot to look lost and confused. Hide your daddies. It's like so relatable in my life.
I
He'll
did
so
that.
pick up my husband because that's where he's at most of the time.
Hide your
I
dads,
love
hide your
that.
wife,
Yeah,
hide your
hide your
kids.
mummies.
We're all going shopping. Jump in the car.
Amy, backstage juror, said, I wanted to say that Cassie's situation reminds me a lot like Sandra Birchmore. I believe that too, honey.
Yep.
I believe that too. All right, I'm going to continue the video. Bye.
Keep going.
But definitely, when we talk about the pattern of criminal activity, you can actually kind of remove Cassie's testimony here inside of his one, sit down testimony. You can actually get potentially, if you are a juror, those 2 predicate crimes to create this pattern of criminal activity over the last 10 years. And that's what I found was really interesting for a lot of people who actually, and we'll get to, Capricorn, but even outside of everything else, through just one person alone, you can potentially get to these 2 predicate crimes in various ways. And I thought that that was very important because if you didn't believe Cassie and you thought, oh, maybe there was a problem with her, of her setting the foundation and everybody corroborating her, he as a standalone kind of works on his own in terms for the prosecution and what they need to prove.
That's a really important point. So aside from the fact that I agree, maybe his status, the way he testified will add to his credibility. I think there were aspects of his testimony that didn't necessarily help the prosecution's case. Like he didn't say Cassie told him that she was repeatedly sexually abused by Sean Combs. I believe he said that she was physically abused, but him saying, oh, she came to me and said she was sexually abused, that would have been, good testimony for the prosecution, but didn't say that. So, when he doesn't give everything that the prosecution needs, that can make it more credible. But you made a great point. They can get racketeering conspiracy even if the jury doesn't believe that Combs engaged in sex trafficking, right?
That's right. That's right. I thought what was also interesting just in terms of his presentation is that the way he dressed was not like other people who came to the stand. And I thought that added to the fact that he was being as genuine as he could be. He didn't put on a suit. He didn't put on a tie. What I got from him was, look, I have no pretenses, right? I'm just here to tell the truth. And then hopefully I can go back to my life. And I thought that was very important in terms of the authenticity of his presentation and what he said on stand. But absolutely, I mean, talk about glue, talk about eye-opening, and talk about hearing it from his own mouth really made a difference.
Not every time you see a witness show up to court wearing a leather jacket, a white T-shirt, and smoking a cigarette before you jump right into court.
Wait.
Coming out of an SUV.
So funny story about that. Did we lose Kevin?
Kevin just leave.
What happened? Funny story.
Like,
yeah, he just Kevin, you better come back. Funny story about people were talking about why would you show up at federal court with a leather jacket and a white shirt and jeans or whatever? Apparently it was the exact same outfit that he wore in the video that made him famous through Puff Daddy. And when he went up on the stage, it was kind of like a FU moment, look at me, I'm free and you're not. And I guess people are calling him a snitch and shit now. No, he's not a snitch. He fucking did the right thing, and people need to calm the fuck down.
SUV or an Escalade. It was pretty. It was a cool. I mean, everybody was like, "Wow, that's." They were like, "He's cool. He's cool coming on." But no, I think the way he dresses and presents definitely matters. Okay, so you mentioned Capricorn Clark. I agree with you. More bombshell testimony from her. So this is Diddy's former assistant. Testified that Combs basically kidnapped her, right? I mean, that's the allegation. Allegedly shows up to her house in LA, allegedly forces her to get dressed, get into a car, go over to Kid Cudi's house, all while she claims that Combs is armed with a gun. So again, supports kidnapping as the underlying charge. Even claims that Combs said to her that he was going to kill Kid Cudi, that she was in that car as Combs and his security went into the rapper's home, that Combs had threatened to kill her if she spoke to police about this. In fact, she claims that he had threatened her before, saying that he would have to kill her if she ever got into contact with Suge Knight again, who she used to work for. That's Combs' rival. And by the way, threats are a key component of racketeering as well. There was another part of her testimony that seemed to support kidnapping, where she claims Combs basically locked her up in a building for days to perform lie detector tests over missing jewelry. She was also yet another person to testify that they witnessed Combs be physically violent with Cassie Ventura. Cassie Ventura fine. For example, she explained she watched as Combs kicked her And we're going to get to Cassie's testimony because she is victim one in this case. But Combs is accused of using force, fraud, coercion to induce Cassie into sex trafficking. So you have a big witness, bombshell testimony that helps support the sex trafficking of Cassie charge, the racketeering charge. And again, I mean, to have racketeering and the claim that Combs uses his staff, his bodyguards, his associates to commit crimes and cover them up, you need people from the inner circle to talk about that environment. And
Where did Kevin? He just
hold on, my camera's off.
Did Kevin?
He probably had something to do.
Hi guys, I got fans and now I gotta leave.
Probably have bad service. Took us to the house tour.
So made us feel
all they no, he's good. I put it back in there if he wants to come in. So the whole racketeering and having people like go for him. They have all they need to prove are 2 of the 8 ways of RICO, right? In racketeering, racketeering RICO. They only need to prove 2 elements in order for him to go away for life. And they've already proved sex trafficking, right? And they've already proved that he used his enterprise and the people that he hired to commit all of these crimes, right? A man that'll ask a woman to put his pew-pew in her purse to go into a club, that's a man you want to stay away from, ladies. I don't know. My audience is like, what?
That you take the fall for the pew-pew?
Right. That's exactly what it is. Federal juries are funny.
Like, honestly, like everybody said, first of all, anybody who's a juror is scared to death. Then you have Kid Cudi, he's probably scared to death because now he's looking behind his back all the time. And Diddy still has
the right thing. He did the right thing. This is what we're talking about, even in Karen Reed. Like Kid Cudi, like even though he's still a rapper and he doesn't want to be considered a fucking a rat or anything like that, he did the right thing. Someone in Norfolk County needs to be a Kid Cudi and do the right thing, but they're not. They're all fucking pussies.
No,
I think that Kid Cudi did the right thing, and I am impressed with him. Federal jury is something that you
can't
bet on. What does that mean?
Like though about like Karen Reed's jury, like I have no idea what they're thinking. It should be like
we don't know,
and it's
you have to understand too. These we know way more. Supposedly, we know way more about Karen's case, and probably like I know a lot about like Diddy's case. You guys, like I'm a true crime fanatic, and I need to know all the things about all my cases. But a juror walking in, they're not supposed to know as much as us. And so if you're watching the trial of Diddy, this is the Commonwealth's case. It's not the Commonwealth, it's the fucking like the US. They're like federal. But nonetheless, you know, you want to think that they see things the way we do, but if they really know nothing about the case and they're looking at it from,
and you have 12 minds you have to convince, or actually is federal 12
federal what federal juries
and all kinds of stuff. Is federal stuff is a federal jury 12 members or is it 6? Because like
I don't know.
We have
look 12. It up. Do you guys know?
Zach is back.
Hi, Zach.
We have Kevin. You just like left us, Kevin. You got all kinds of fans and then dropped.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Like I don't know why my YouTube just dumped me.
Oh, it's okay. We need to come back. That's too much.
Well,
listen,
what were we saying?
Listen, I feel like a 15-year-old girl.
What?
I feel like a 15-year-old girl just got finger fucked and dumped. Is what just happened to me.
What happened? What?
I'll already be that girl.
Well, here, look. If this makes you feel better, there we go.
Yeah, Amy, give it to me.
I was just gonna stand up.
I can fix this.
Hold on.
Ready?
There you go. Yeah.
There's the new ones.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I know, my new ones. I'm getting
They
other
sit
new
up
ones
here,
too, but that's
not like
another
everybody
story.
else. Amy sits
Yeah.
all nice and pretty. The rest of us are like,
Mine used to be, but they're not anymore.
I lost all mine when I
kidding.
lost weight. I lost
Yeah,
75
it happens.
Listen,
pounds.
I'm a solid B cup right now.
Not for nothing. Like I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm not like I'm
I
fit. I'm not
noticed.
fit though, because my stomach. I had a 10-pound baby, and like when I got a lot smaller, you can tell I had a 10-pound
Even
baby.
from the
I asked my plastic surgeon. I'm like, "Do you do mommy makeovers?"
baby
Listen,
girl. Even
listen.
from the pictures that I put in the video of us since we started this, you've
Yeah.
lost a lot.
Listen,
Yeah, I
Amy,
lost a lot of weight.
you ever heard what Cat Williams said? Cat Williams said, no man has ever said no to pussy from a girl who had stretch marks, because you either got them for one of two reasons. Either you was big and you got small, or you was small and you got big.
Either way, we fucking.
Right. That's the way it is. And listen, and if you fuck with a guy that says he can't fuck you because of that, then that's a red flag right there. And he could go dry hump that red flag all night. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Zach, do you like zebra marks on a woman's body? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Listen, how can he not? How can he not? He looks at Google Maps all motherfucking day.
What, Zach? Listen, I think I've seen Zach in his backyard once with his dog. He's always in the car. You poor thing.
I think Zach's turning red now after he said that. Kevin got him to turn red.
No, I was gonna say I like Amy's tributaries.
Hey, baby. Hey, Carrie. Glock for me.
Oh my god, I love you too so much. You guys like make my day. Oh, hey, Glock. Good to see you, baby.
Shit.
Oh my god. We're getting like really Diddy-esque. Like I told you, I don't kink shame, but like people need to consent. These bitches didn't
I
consent.
kink shame.
He said he kink shames. He does.
Listen,
I won't
if I
kink
came
shame in a
down to
heartbeat.
Texas, you wouldn't be
Hang on,
kink
I gotta
shaming.
let my
I'll tell you
dog
that.
hang on.
He's taking a
Well,
time.
if you're a furry, I will.
I tried to too. It don't work. I get a dog or a cat or another kid that follows me. I haven't gone to the bathroom by myself.
I just tell you, Glock and her daughters are like a 10. They're beautiful women inside and out. Good people. Just so you guys know. They're like you, Zach. Zach, are you blushing over there? I didn't think it was
like
possible.
he's blushing. And maybe it's
You
the.
look a,
Am I what?
look a little bit.
Got makeup
Are you
on? What's
blushing?
going on?
You blushing?
You got
What's
a little
happening
rouge
over there,
on,
Zach?
buddy?
Put some
Oh
blush.
no, it's the sun going through the window, like right there. I think.
Oh my god, it's
I
like
don't
it's
blush.
dark out here.
You look like you have perfect
I
blush.
don't have
on.
the blush gene.
No,
You're
no,
not like
I don't. It
Dan?
takes a lot for me to be offended. Like a lot for me to
I
be
grew up
offended by anything.
more than anything, but I grew up. My dad was a firefighter, paramedic. Like I knew I had to knock on the door before I walked in because you never knew what was going to happen behind that door. So
Yeah. I
That's how kids learn.
Rouge, yeah. All right, let's go back to the. You know, I'm gonna skip the video that we're currently on, and I'm gonna do some explosive moments from the Diddy trial this week. Here. What?
there are. I'm not lying.
Capricorn Clark leaves court after testifying against her one-time boss, Sean Combs, after detailing how she claimed she was kidnapped, threatened with murder, and witnessed beatings of Cassie Ventura. I go through 13 explosive moments from Clark's testimony and how Combs' longtime rival Suge Knight and later 50 Cent and Jay-Z came up.
Why does the sketch of her look like AOC's grandmother or something?
Exactly. The sketches are horrible.
Sean
My
Combs
13-year-old
for
could do
years,
better
and
than
the
that.
stories she told the jury sound like something out of a mafia movie. Clark was on the stand for the entire day to kick off the third week of Sean Combs' sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy trial. He's innocent. He's also charged with transportation for purposes of prostitution. And he says he's not guilty of that, too. Now, Capricorn Clark is just one of a number of employees of Combs to testify. She was close to Combs and Cassie Ventura.
Amy just dropped out.
Now
Hey.
Amy's leaving.
No, she'll come back. It just popped her out probably for that Wi-Fi. And not weird, but yeah, maybe. Just saying. You never know with this crew. All kinds of stuff's happening. Now Zach's on the bottom of Kevin and me. Like, I don't know.
Double penetration.
Quite the devil's triangle.
We got some crazy stuff happening. So I don't know where she's at. I was gonna try to getting her popcorn now. She'll be back up just a second, probably.
Was that video glitching a little bit, or is it just me? Because I don't have great service.
I think it's Amy's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's why she dropped out.
Hey.
Amy, you want me to find it?
Oh, there we go. The sensitive thug.
Do you want me to find it on mine? So it doesn't knock you out? I can't hear you.
Yeah,
you there?
unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Home slides. Amy,
You're-
we can't hear you.
Amy. David Gingras. We're like Laura Owens. We can't hear you. Where are you?
I'm on mute and I'm over it.
You're screaming.
Okay.
We were even doing signals.
I don't know what's happening.
Do you want me to do
Huh?
it? That
I don't know
way,
what's
see if
happening.
it helps your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I guess so. I have
That's it.
other systems running from work. My bad. My bad.
It's
my bad.
Crime Fix. Is that what it is?
Crime Fix.
Okay, here we go.
You guys, I'm new here. I'm new here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Kidnapped.
We're lucky. Zach's cute.
Beatings
At
of
least I'm
Cassie
looking at it.
Ventura. I go through 13 explosive moments from Clark's testimony and how Combs' longtime rival Suge Knight and later 50 Cent and Jay-Z came up. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Capricorn Clark worked for Sean Combs for years,
I
and the
love it.
stories she told the jury sound like something out of a mafia movie. Clark was on the stand for the entire day to kick off the third week of Sean Combs' sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy trial. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all of those charges, and he maintains he's innocent. He's also charged with transportation for purposes of prostitution. And he says he's not guilty of that, too. Now, Capricorn Clark is just one of a number of employees of Combs to testify. She was close to Combs and Cassie Ventura, and she saw a lot, and she went through a lot. Capricorn Clark's name had come up earlier in the trial. In fact,
Does look like
Kid
Ellie
Cudi testified
AMC's
it was
grandma.
Clark who called him in December of 2011 and told him that she was with Sean Combs and that Combs had broken into his house with one of his security people. Clark told the jury about that day. She said she was kidnapped, taken by Combs to Kid Cudi's home against her will, and Combs was armed. Now, under cross-examination by Combs' attorney, Mark Agnifilo, Clark got some digs in at Cassie, and the defense scored some points. I'll get into that later. But let's start at the very beginning. Capricorn Clark said she first met Sean Combs in 2002, and she said she and Combs were super platonic friends. Then in 2004, she started working as his personal assistant. And like other employees before her, Clark said working for Sean Combs was not easy. In fact, on her first day of work, Capricorn Clark said that Sean Combs made a threat to her involving murder. Clark told the jury that Combs and one of his security guys, Uncle Polly, took her to Central Park at 9 p.m. and questioned her about working for Suge Knight, the former CEO of Death Row Records. Clark had worked for Knight, who's now serving a 28-year sentence for manslaughter in California. Clark testified that Combs, quote, told me that he didn't know that I had anything to do with Suge Knight and that if anything happened, he would have to kill me. Clark said Combs was calm and she thought he was very serious because she felt there was some gravitas to the fact that he had had issues with Suge. Those were her words. Clark said that was just the very beginning. When this was happening, Clark said that Uncle Polly was nearby and he was stoic. Despite the threat, Clark said she continued to work for Sean Combs because she felt she could have been more transparent about her work history with Suge Knight. Seriously. When asked,
What is it,
Clark
your
also
resume?
detailed how she heard Sean
Right?
Combs talk about guns. Once it happened when she was his personal assistant. During her first stint working for Combs, they
These
were
are
at
nice
MTV
people.
doing press, and Clark said Combs told 50 Cent's manager in the elevator that he was having an issue with him, but he didn't like all of the back and forth. Clark said Combs said, "I like guns." And when he said that, he was very serious. Clark said after she'd been working for Combs for a couple of months, she was accused of stealing from him. Clark testified, "I was accused of stealing 3 pieces of very high-end jewelry that was out on loan from Jacob the jeweler. There was a diamond necklace with a cross, a diamond bracelet, and a diamond watch."
I'll be right back.
She was asked by the assistant U.S. attorney, "Ms. Clark, had you stolen the jewelry?" Clark said, "I did not." She was asked, "Was there a time when the jewelry came into your possession?" Clark said, "Yes." She was asked, "Why did it come into your possession?" Clark said, "Puff gave it to me." She was asked, "Did he give it to you for safekeeping?" Clark said, "He gave it to me to take on the plane trip that we had that afternoon to Miami." Now, the jewelry was on loan to Sean Combs, and Clark said she called the Bad Boy Records office and had it locked down and told security to search everybody. Then Uncle Polly went with her to her house, and she said he questioned her for a couple of hours and searched her home. The next day, Clark said Uncle Polly picked her up and took her to a dilapidated building that would later become Bad Boy Worldwide's future.
All right. Yeah, we have to stop and talk about it for a while for fair use.
No, yeah, I had
Um,
to run it. My dog was barking. I was like,
Yeah, no. Do your thing, chicken wing. So this is basically going over kind of like what I was talking about earlier with how she was kidnapped and all of this stuff prior, and she kept coming back for more. And it came out in trial that she sent him text messages and emails years ago saying that she was in love with him and had a crush on him and like all this stuff. So he was grooming her as well. She started working for Def Jam Records at 18 and then started working for Diddy when she was 20. So she was like moldable too. She was like had that like
they get them
This
at that
is the thing.
age.
At that age. And this is the thing, like people can be like, I'm a strong woman. I can never be groomed. I can never be that. That's not true. These
She's been
people are
passed around
fucking
more than a
professional.
blunt at a rap concert.
Bro, but like forced.
Yeah, I mean,
Forced
they're like
to do
teenagers
it.
when they get them.
You know
It'd be
what I mean?
different
Like
if they were like
she-
adults and could make a decision. They can't.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, they think they can make a decision, but it's not. They're being groomed.
Yep.
And,
right. Absolutely. And it can happen to anybody. Like it
And
can
he
happen
didn't
to
just
absolutely
groom.
anybody.
He groomed females and males. Like he groomed Usher. He groomed all these people, and they get them when they're young.
Britney Spears, listen.
Britney Spears,
Britney Spears, Christina
bitch is
Aguilera,
Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter. Like he's non-discriminant about who he fucks with. So, all right, let's keep going.
Yeah, don't be like Diddy and Friends. Don't be like Diddy and
No.
Friends.
But
Don't
hold
be like,
on,
listen.
not for nothing. But whoever Usher slept with after he slept with Chili from TLC, that's who
Yeah,
we got
him.
herpes from.
He got herpes. Yeah.
That dude, and you know what happens with herpes, right? You carry that shit around like old luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
comes
gift
back.
that keeps on giving.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, no, Glock is so every single Disney kid is absolutely fucked. Absolutely.
The only Disney kid I think might have not gotten out unscathed was Selena Gomez. I don't think
she has a lot of issues.
She does. She has a lot of issues, but she also had lupus, so she was sick a lot and in the hospital. She wasn't always on set.
And let's talk about the Full House kids.
Somehow I got
fireworks.
The Full House kids.
Oh my god, I know the two little girls.
Mm-hmm. Mary Kate and Ashley.
I have questions. Yep.
And
I
then,
have questions.
and then the kids who stayed by the bell.
Right.
That one. The boy who played Screech, he was in on this stuff too. He was
fucked.
He did porn and then he died.
He was a little diddler. Let me tell you.
I know. Even going to Disneyland, it is like I'm taking my son there. Like obviously, it's like a staple to like take your kid there at some point. Like whatever, but it is a breeding ground for fucking pedophiles.
Great. If you haven't heard, Kevin, if you haven't heard of Sheriff Grady Judd yet, you're going to hear about Grady Judd. Grady Judd is a sheriff in Polk County, and he's constantly catching these rings, and they're constantly having Disney employees in them.
And that's the thing. I think Disney is like literally like the underground human trafficking ring of the world.
I feel like it's a certain part of it. You have to like, because you have to separate it, because there's a part of Disney that is still like the family, but there is that part that has the underground.
No, it's geared toward families,
right?
And it is a good time for families, but it is a breeding ground for staff and fucking pedophiles to go and groom and touch kids. Do you think that someone that plays Aladdin doesn't lie? And I don't know if they do Corey's. He could be a fucking child molester, and his hands are all over your children taking pictures. Like, I don't know if I've been into true crime for too long, but like, fuck out my face with that.
I mean, I guess because I grew up here, and my dad worked at Disney for 30 years. My uncle worked there for 35 years. So for me, it is a different aspect of it, the way I see it. And I know what the background checks and the stuff they do before they're hired, at least for what my dad and my uncle did. So for me, on that side of it, I see it like they do. My dad was a firefighter, paramedic for them for 25 years, and my uncle ran the electric company. Like for me, that's.
I'm just saying that
it is a group.
Like, I understand that there are good people there, and I'm gonna take my son for the experience. But like Steven Stearns worked at Disney World. Do you know who Steven Stearns is? Steven Stearns is the one that murked his girlfriend's daughter after
they were sleeping in the same bed
for years, and he worked as Jafar at fucking Disney World.
Good for him.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, it does employ those people, and that's why you got to be careful. Like, if you go to like a regular carnival, like around your state, like the Marshfield Fair, we all know what the Marshfield Fair is. I don't know if Zach and Kelly do, but me and you do. And the carnies are a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Level threes. Level 3.
Thank you.
I love Grady Judd as a sheriff. He's freaking amazing. I love him.
His press conferences are awesome.
You have to realize that
I love him.
If you go to Disney and you want to be like Jafar or Scar or any of those villains, like there has to be a red flag that needs to go up, and you need to do like an extra Corey check for those people. Like there's something wrong with you. Yeah, like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
I mean, like, honestly, like. I don't know. I think it's hard for me because of Liam. That's why I have a hard time separating it. But I also don't leave Liam.
But in my case, if my son had a disability, I would be extra careful about where I put him, especially if
I don't take him he doesn't go anywhere by himself.
Well, that's what I mean, but because they're sick people. Like, I remember when my son's a 2020 baby, and we were together. It was just me and him, and I put him in daycare for a couple of hours every day just to kind of get like socialized during that time. And I remember like being like freaked out because he couldn't tell me how his day was at the time because he was a baby. And I know everyone puts their kids in daycare because they have to, but like those things do happen in the world, and you have to have your eyes open that not everybody's your friend. And usually the people that are grooming you and hurting you are the people that you fucking know.
Especially having a nonverbal child.
Yeah.
Like, he's 11. Yeah. He's as tall as I am, but he's 11, but he's still nonverbal. He can't tell, like with his teeth
exactly.
What's up, hate corruption?
And he had to go to the hospital and get it out. So,
Kevin Kev. Hi, honey bunny. It's good to see you.
Merked?
What? I said marked. I'm fucking Markham. I said that Steven Stern murked the girlfriend's daughter, but
you know. I can't comment in the chat because I actually posted my actual Facebook.
I know you did.
Email. So I can't.
I was wondering if you noticed.
Nah, I noticed just now, and I'm like, you dumb fuck.
It's like he's
You're
all
a
coming
dumbass.
out.
And that's what I thought.
Whatever,
I was like,
whatever.
You know what? I noticed
he was just
when I
talking
put
about
it
how
up.
Kelly found him, and he's all like freaking out, posting everything.
Don't friend request me, please.
Don't friend
me.
request
Just-
Kevin. No, don't.
No,
Don't even bring it up. What
disclaimer.
happened? I'll all good. Don't
I will
take your
never,
eyes off
never,
ever.
Melanie. I will never send my kid. He goes to school, but he goes to a school with background checked employees. They are all. It is a very good school. It is a private school.
No,
There's
see,
a-
I am so untrusting.
Yeah.
I'm so untrusting from everything.
See, I'm so glad I don't have to raise a kid now. My son's 20. He'll be 21 in February. I'm so glad I don't have to raise a kid.
My
now.
oldest
You
is
look
26.
20.
So I was 26. My oldest is
look 20.
26.
Yeah.
That's
Homeschool.
crazy.
No,
Like,
I would
you're
never
so
homeschool.
young, and I feel like I'm the old one. I did homeschool. I homeschooled for a long time, and I just this year finally put them in school because I'm gonna tell you, after 2020 and quarantine for us, because Liam was on chemo and we were medically quarantined, we were not allowed to leave the house unless we had to go to the hospital.
I don't think we should talk about these topics just because, like, I think a lot of people may have like different ideas of homeschool stuff, and I don't want it to veer off into the chat and it be like. So let's just stick on P Diddy.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
No, you're
Do
fine.
you want to start the video?
P Diddler.
P
Forgot it was
Diddler.
me.
Yeah.
Your headquarters. Clark said Uncle Polly took her to the 6th floor to an unfinished floor. Another large man was there, chain smoking cigarettes. Clark testified, he says I had been brought to the building to take a lie detector test to figure out what happened with this jewelry. Clark was asked, what, if anything, did he say would happen if you did not pass the test? Clark testified, he said if you fail these tests, they're going to throw you in the East River. Can you believe that? Combs' lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, objected, but he lost this round. Clark said the man was very serious, very direct, and no frills, and she was petrified. Our content shows just how important personal safety is, and that's especially true when it comes to protecting your privacy online. You would be absolutely shocked at how much of your personal information is out there, like your address and your phone number. Ever wonder why you get so many spam calls from privacy and have to report crime? Said what would happen if I didn't pass this test, and I felt the test was the only way to get through this thing. She was asked, can you describe how the test is administered? Clark said they strap some stuff to your chest and they strap some stuff to your arms, and they ask you a series of questions over and over again. She was asked, what types of questions were you asked? Clark said, did I steal the jewelry? Did I come up with an idea to steal the jewelry? Did I plan with somebody to steal the jewelry? Had I ever stolen from him? Just a lot of stealing-centric questions. Clark was then asked, from him, was that Mr. Combs? Clark said yes. She was then asked, did this man tell you the results of the test? Clark said, they said they were inconclusive. She was then asked, what, if anything, did the man tell you about them, the results being inconclusive? Clark said, it's like, I'm not getting a good reading. You need to calm down. You're going to be in the East River if I can't get a reading on this. Clark was asked, when he told you to calm down, how had you been reacting in that moment? Clark responded, I couldn't calm down. I wasn't doing a good job at calming down. Clark said she was with the men for a full workday, and the test was administered intermittently throughout the day. And it didn't go on for just one day. This went on for 5 days. Each day, Clark testified Uncle Polly would pick her up and take her back to the 6th floor of the building, and the lie detector test would continue. Clark said she didn't like the threats about being tossed in the East River, and she wanted to prove her innocence. Eventually, Clark said she returned to work, and she was never told whether the jewelry was found, and her boss, Sean Combs, never asked where she had been.
Can you imagine? They
I
kept her
would,
for 5 days.
like, strapped with a lie detector test, being told you're going to be thrown in the East River if you don't pass this test. Like,
Bro.
that's
And they kept her for 5 days. Can you imagine the amount of stress in her body? In those 5 days being held against her will and having to take polygraph tests at being what?
Be taken by gunpoint out of your house and then sit there and try to pass a lie detector test to be calmed down.
Right.
Ridiculous.
All right. We can go back. Sorry.
We'll go back to the first.
Capricorn Clark
Same one.
said working for Sean Combs was hard. Work days were typically 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. The day would start at his home, getting him a carnation for his suit, printing out documents, researching something he had on his mind, roll calls, and getting him food. Basically anything that needed to be done. And if you didn't get it done, you would lose your job. And Combs let his employees know that, according to Clark. She said she didn't get breaks to eat, and on a good night, she'd get 4 hours of sleep. On a bad night, 2. Now, things got so bad from stress, Clark said she developed alopecia, and that's a condition where you actually lose your hair. It just falls out of your head. Clark said she was making $65,000 per year, and she went to HR, and overtime pay was calculated for 3 months. Clark said HR determined she was owed $80,000, and when Combs saw that on a piece of paper, he simply ripped it up. Clark also booked hotel rooms and set them up for Sean Combs and Kim Porter. She said Combs traveled with a camera box. It had a small camera, a small bottle of baby oil, and a bottle of lube. She also packed his Louis Vuitton toiletry bag, which had ecstasy in it. These hotel stays would last for 4 days. Clark stopped working for Combs for a short time, but then returned in 2008. She got a promotion working as his brand ambassador. Now, by that time, Clark said that Combs and Cassie had actually started getting IV drips. I asked, he related it similar to serotonin supplements because ecstasy depletes your serotonin. It's just replenishing us from partying over the weekend. Clark was asked, from the drugs? She answered yes. Clark also testified about how Sean Combs described his relationship with Cassie Ventura. She described a time in 2010 when Combs called Cassie into his kitchen and told her, grab this, grab that, hand me that, turn around. You get the drift. Clark said Cassie Ventura followed each and every instruction. Then Combs said, did you see that? He said, you B-words won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. To which we said, you mother effing right. Clark said she saw Combs use drugs, including Molly, and during her time working for him, he also used prescription drugs. And she testified that she actually bought them for him at times. And when they were in France, he wanted cocaine. Clark said she didn't want to buy the cocaine because that's how her mother had passed away, so she had some Spanish security guards buy it for him. And get this,
of course,
said she would actually get prescription drugs for Sean Combs in Miami under her own name when he exceeded the amount he could get for himself in Miami Beach. Clark also told the jury that Sean Combs would sometimes come back from Europe with 100,000 euros in cash from overseas. And that money would always go in the safe in his house. Then in 2006, she said Sean Combs got violent with her at his home.
Zach, if we're ever in need, can you speak Spanish for us for Poppy for the good stuff? Apparently he does pink blow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard the pink stuff's not good though.
So do you guys know that you hear when they said that she used to pack his Louis Vuitton bathroom bag and it was it always had ecstasy in it? Did you know that the ecstasy pills that he had were in the shape of Barack Obama?
Yes.
It was. Nothing. When I used to do E back in the day, there was like better ones and they're all named. Every single one of them is named. Yeah. Barack
Mitsubishi's, Kamikaze. Yeah.
Well, that
PKNY Kamikazes were good.
Yeah.
The pink cocaine actually is supposed to be pretty bad, like really bad for you. It's like that's what the One Direction guy it was taken before he was.
Yeah, when he jumped off. He wasn't thrown off.
He was thrown off that sucker.
I don't think so.
Somebody pushed him. There's people arrested for it. They're arrested for his death.
Backseat juror, that stretch mark comment, Kevin. That was like a half an hour ago.
Yeah, Kevin, she's still behind.
Stretch marks.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I play it.
I'm in Miami charging her and pushing her when she said, I hate it here. After the chef told her they were out of turkey bacon, and the chef told Combs what she had said. Now, after this incident, Capricorn Clark left her job with Sean Combs, but then came back in 2011. Clark was Cassie Ventura's manager at that point, but not working directly with Sean Combs. But Combs had approval, she said, over everything having to do with Cassie, her schedule, her hair, her makeup, everything. Then the testimony turned to December of 2011 and Kid Cudi. Cassie Ventura was dating Kid Cudi in 2011, and she said one day, Cassie wanted to bring him along on a hike. And Clark said she told Cassie via text that was a bad idea and she needed to delete that text. The text was on a Bad Boy Records issued phone, and Capricorn Clark was concerned about Sean Combs finding out. So Capricorn Clark said she bought Cassie a burner phone because, quote, the way she was moving, she was going to get us all killed. That drew an objection, which was sustained. Next, Capricorn Clark moved to the early morning of December 22nd, 2011. She testified she awoke to Sean Combs banging on her door with what sounded like metal. Clark said she opened her door and Combs had a gun in his hand, and he walked in and said, "Why didn't you tell me?" Then he said, "Get dressed. We are going to kill this N-word." Clark said she told Sean Combs she didn't want to go, and he responded, "I don't give an F-word. What you want to do, go get dressed."
I don't give
At
an
this
F-word.
point, she testified the gun was in his waistband. Clark said she didn't try to escape because he was livid and, quote, I had never seen anything like this before. He had never come to my house and the entire time I had known him. I've never seen him with a weapon. I've never seen him making me do something like this. Clark said she didn't have a choice, and they went in a black SUV to Kid Cudi's house. And when they got there, Clark said Combs and his security guy, Ruben, went to the house, and she called Cassie Ventura on her burner phone. Then Kid Cudi showed up, and Clark said they started chasing Kid Cudi in the car. Cudi eventually lost them, and they even passed police along the way. Now, this day ended when Combs demanded Capricorn Clark bring Cassie to him and convince Kid Cudi to not involve the police. Clark said she picked up Cassie Ventura and drove her to Sean Combs' house, and he kicked her to the ground and continued kicking her all the way to the street. Clark said she walked home and called Cassie's mother to get help for her. Now, this was followed.
Hey, you don't need E or mushrooms.
Yeah, no. I suggest you guys stay away from drugs. Yesterday,
Say no to drugs, kids. Okay?
I have
Say no.
8 years off of drugs as of 2 days ago. I showed everybody my coin the other day. Ooh. No drugs. Drugs are bad. Coke's a hell of a drug. If you haven't, listen, if you didn't do them in your teen years and your 20s and then like went to rehab and stuff, don't do it now.
Don't even let somebody tell you that you can microdose and you'll be okay, because they're fucking lying to you. They're lying to you.
They're lying to you. Yeah, they're lying. Yeah. Don't microdose. Don't do anything. I'm talking shit because I'm an ex-addict. And I can do that because I have done these drugs.
To something, get addicted to talk time.
Listen, get addicted to talk time. Hey, if anyone's watching on X, come over here to YouTube and you can see our faces over on YouTube, and come over and subscribe and like and hang out in our chat, because our chat is amazing as always.
If you didn't do them in your teens and when you were young, then a really good age to start is around 80.
Right.
Because then it doesn't really matter.
If it ain't broke, don't need fixing it.
I'm gonna try heroin when I turn 80. That's what I'm gonna do. For
yes,
80.
Me too. I said that exact thing. Like when I turn 80, I'm definitely trying it.
I'm just gonna say it. Like you guys all know that I had cancer and blah blah blah. During the time I didn't know how bad it was, I remember thinking to myself, if I get a diagnosis that I'm not coming back, I'm going out with a bang. Like,
somebody pinned Glock for me's comment.
What?
Oh, you see Glock for me's comment? 25 years.
25 years off.
Oh shit! Oh yes, my baby. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
I just saw Amy's butt.
Oh, don't be looking at her booty.
I tried not to, but there you go. Hey, but donk.
He's looking at you.
Back it up.
Ooh. Hold on, ready?
8 years, baby.
Look at
8
you.
years.
8 years.
Yes.
Holla.
8 years, no drugs.
Until I got sick.
Glock, be proud of yourself.
Thanks, baby.
All of you guys should. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're addicted to, as long as you stop it. That's a big deal.
Hey, you can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to men. That's usually what I get off drugs and like hop on a guy. Like, you can save me.
I tried to save
a horse, ride a cowboy.
I did try to save.
If I was in Texas, Zach, you'd be my first cowboy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, buddy.
He's turning red already. Look, he just got off the screen because
Of
he's
course he had to. Of course he had to.
Uh-huh.
He had to go.
What? Where did he go?
He had to go pull out his
He was
horse cock.
cheating. He's cheating.
Clark said by the email from Cassie where she said Sean Combs
Oh,
You
was
call me,
certainly
ma'am?
released sex tapes of her and to hurt Kid
Ooh.
Cudi.
Are you looking
Months
for a
later,
cowboy?
Listen, Zach, it just moved. I have to put that hat on.
You thought I was blushing. I was looking for my cowboy hat.
he comes back as a
Did you
cow.
get a moaner?
I gotta.
Look at you stud. I bet you have cowboy boots on right now, don't you? Do you?
No, I'm wearing my little slip-on gay driving
I
shoes
have
right
a-
now. But
So,
you know.
I have
He's
a
got slip-on shoes on.
I have a cowboy hat too, but it says Magnum on it.
Oh. Oh.
Kidding. Kidding.
I think me and you were the only one that got that, but that's fine.
I know. It's all right. That's okay.
That's fine.
This is my first time seeing the car.
See, Zach, you have fangirls. Look at you, Melanie. I love Zach. Sexy. I'm telling you, even if you're covering your salt and pepper hair, it's still
Seven,
pretty
are you
good.
Irish?
Glock, I'm not Irish. No, I'm not. I'm Swedish and Italian.
Kate
Why
said,
not?
I'll allow it.
What do you mean I'm not? You gonna tell me what I am?
So people think I'm one thing, but I'm actually almost all Irish and a little bit of Spanish.
I can see the Spanish in you. It's in the, no, I'm serious. It's in the shape of your eyes.
I have like almond eyes. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
You probably should.
Green eyes.
What is this? What is happening here? I feel like I need to leave. Like, what is going on?
No, Kevin's my boy. Kevin is like my boy.
You're making eyeballs at the cowboy and Kevin.
Bro,
Stop making
I mean,
eyeballs
look
at
at
me.
no. Listen,
Make the
listen,
eyeballs at me, Amy.
She
I'm
wants-
the one you
Zach.
love.
She wants
Zach.
to go to the Eiffel Tower tonight. That's why.
I want
Kelly,
to
stop stamping your foot again.
I
Always
want
stamping your foot.
you.
I can't. All right, let's keep going with Diddy. Things are getting
Okay.
Clark said she was contacted by an arson investigator because Kid Cudi had given him her name about his car, but she hung up. Months later, she was fired from Bad Boy while on vacation and eventually reached a settlement. It came out during a sidebar that settlement was $500,000. Then came the cross-examination, and it began with Capricorn Clark admitting that she had actually wanted to return to work for Sean Combs. And she testified that she had told Combs' lawyers last year that she didn't believe Cassie was good for Combs. Clark said, "I thought they were toxic as a couple." And Combs' lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, set out to score some points on Cross, pointing out that Clark might have an axe to grind. Agnifilo pointed to a text that Capricorn Clark sent to Combs in which she said she had had the biggest crush on him before she started working for him. This was in June of 2021, long after Capricorn Clark's employment with Combs ended. There were several times she had reached out to him. She said she wanted her life back to work in the music industry. Agnifilo got Clark to admit she brought up working for Combs again to him as recently as last year. Agnifilo also questioned Clark about the lie detector test she said she was forced to take over 5 days in 2004. Agnifilo asked, "Okay, what time did you get unhooked up and what time did you get unhooked?" Clark said, "A regular getting off time, 5, 6. Agnifilo asked, "And you were hooked up the whole time?" Clark said, "I wasn't hooked up the whole time. I would take the test. He would unhook me. We would review it. We would do it again." Agnifilo said, "Okay, so how many individual lie detector tests did you get?" Clark said, "I didn't count, but I know I kept doing it every day." Agnifilo asked, "All right, and who did you complain to? Anybody about the lie detector test?" Clark said, "Paul, but no one else." Agnifilo pointed out that Clark did not report this incident to anyone, and a couple of months after that, she was fired, and she still sounds bitter. Agnifilo asked, "And what were you fired for?" Clark said, "Over his girlfriend at the time, Erica Hugh." Agnifilo asked, "So you got fired over another girlfriend?" Clark answered, "Yes." Agnifilo asked, "And then how long were you not working for the company?" Clark answered, "Like 3 or 4 weeks." Agnifilo asked, 3 or 4 weeks? Capricorn Clark responded, "Yeah." But that only lasted until Combs' birthday, when he ran into an issue with some party planning. Agnifilo asked, "And then after 3 or 4 weeks, how did you get unfired?" Clark said, I was happy to be fired. I was getting rest. I rested for the 3 weeks. I got a call from Norma Augenblick. It was time to do the 35th birthday party at Cipriani. Norma's stipulation was if she was going to work on the party was, I'm not doing this party unless Capricorn is doing the celebrity guest list. He called and said, look, will you come back to do the celebrity list for Puff's birthday at Cipriani? We will pay you. Okay, I'll come do the celebrity list. And that's how I came back. Agnifilo tried to also cast doubt on Clark's claim that she was kidnapped during that trip to Kid Cudi's house in December of 2011, pointing out that she passed police later that day on her way to Cudi's house and never told an officer that she had been taken at gunpoint. Now, at times, Clark became emotional on the stand. She testified that she learned a lot from Sean Combs. Clark said, he knows how to execute. He is tenacious. He wanted to break the glass ceiling as it related to what we were allowed to do as Black people in the business world. And it helped when you're working so hard to be working with somebody who would match wits with you on the fervor to be successful. Clark said it was complicated. Agnifilo also questioned Clark about Cassie and how she didn't always get along with her. Clark said Ventura got more bravado after 2008, that she went from being a model to a feisty girlfriend. And she said she felt Cassie was beautiful and had talent, but was someone who needed help in the studio. She wasn't a live performer like a Mariah Carey or a Whitney Houston. So that was kind of one of those digs that I was referring to earlier. Clark said, I have good taste. Clark told the jury that Sean Combs did what Cassie wanted, and she claimed Cassie wanted her gone and that hurt. Clark said her job was her entire life. She doesn't have parents and her son has autism, so the stakes were higher for her. On redirect, Clark was asked whether Combs actually had that gun during the trip to Kid Cudi's house in 2011, and she said, yes, he did. Clark said she was blacklisted in the music industry by Combs, who was supposed to give her a recommendation. And she claimed music industry heavyweight Jimmy Iovine told her to leave Puff alone or it wouldn't end well for her. But then on recross, Mark Agnifilo asked Clark about a meeting she had with him last year. Clark said it was true, that she recalled a conversation with Cassie in which Clark told Cassie she could date other people and leave Combs. She said Cassie responded that Jay-Z was taken. Who else would she date? So let's bring in Nima Rahmani. He is a former federal prosecutor.
That's kind of cash cowing.
What'd you say?
That's kind of cash cowing. Did Cassie say, well, Jay-Z's already taken? Listen, allegedly, I heard that Jay-Z and Beyonce are worse than all these mofos.
They
are dirty bitches.
Yeah, I would not put it past not one of them. But yes, that's exactly what Cassie said. Who am I supposed to date now? Jay-Z's taken.
Mm-hmm.
But this girl, the lady that was just on the stand, they were just talking about, was there to basically she kind of discredited everything that Cassie was saying, which is kind of fucked up.
What do you mean? I don't think she was discrediting her. I think that she was just telling her, for me, on what I heard. What do you mean, Kevin?
So go back and play what she had. Go back like a couple of minutes, because she had said something that she had said in the stand that Cassie had said something about, I forget what it was. You have to play it again.
Actually had that gun during the trip to Kid Cudi's house in 2011, and she said, yes, he did. Clark said she was blacklisted in the music industry by Combs, who was supposed to give her a recommendation. And she claimed music industry heavyweight Jimmy Iovine told her to leave Puff alone or it wouldn't end well for her. But then on recross, Mark Agnifilo asked Clark about a meeting she had with him last year. Clark said it was true, that she recalled a conversation with Cassie in which Clark told Cassie she could date other people and leave Combs. She said Cassie responded that Jay-Z was taken. Who else would she date? So let's bring in Nima Rahmani. He is a former federal prosecutor.
It was a little bit before that, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think that lady really liked Cassie, to be honest with you. I don't think she really liked her. That's just my own opinion, but
I mean, the thing is they're both for the prosecution side, right?
Yeah,
so was what me.
Sorry, I forgot to mute.
Amy has 8 years clean yesterday.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Amy.
Yeah. 2 days ago, I've been clean off drugs for 8 years.
Now she's just addicted to me.
Now I'm just a homebody that like wants a companion to watch murder documentaries with me.
And go to Karen Reed standouts.
And go to Karen Reed, that's great. So I'm gonna have to go in just a few minutes. It's like almost 9 o'clock. But
Okay.
I can send you the link and you guys can continue it.
Yeah, I have the link in. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. We're good.
All right.
I can you can take off yours. I'll put something else on.
Okay.
All
Only
right.
because it's been 2 hours and my husband's out there with the kids by himself. But I don't
Zach and Kevin, if you want to stay with me, you're more than welcome.
I'm here all night. I ain't got nothing else to do.
Ain't going nowhere.
I cleared my calendar. Just for you. Cleared my calendar.
He knew he was gonna be here tonight. That's why.
I did.
He was like, I got you.
I love that he's here.
All right. I'm gonna be watching.
All right.
I'm watching.
All right, bye, baby.
Nice to her.
Bye, baby.
I'm always nice to Amy. You kidding me?
Be nice.
Listen. I call Amy other side of the pillow because that's how cool she is.
Who's leaving?
Yeah, you do. I love that about you.
Night, guys. I love you guys. All of you.
Good night.
Have a good time.
Good night, Kel.
Who left? Wait, who left?
Kelly left. It's me and Kevin and Zach. Oh shit! Hold on. Hold on. Where's the? Hold on.
Oh, I forgot I was muted. So, Kelly, if you're listening, I was saying bye. Always
I'm
forget.
sure she's listening.
I learned when I'm on panels, if we're listening or we're watching something else, I'll forget I'm on panel and I like end up picking my nose and talking to myself. And so I usually turn it all off.
So it might for all of us to. Why can't I?
Just you and me, Kevin. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. We can talk about red flags with women. Let's talk about. Hold on. Let's look in the chat, ladies. You got any questions for me and this handsome fella right here? Let us have it.
You'll have to tell me them because I can't. Well, I can pull up chat if I do this, but on my phone is kind of tough.
That's fine. All right, ladies.
Add me to stage. Oh, hey, bitches.
Here she is. All right,
okay.
She's back.
I'm back.
We missed you.
I want to just see his face.
Who's my favorite Power Ranger?
Before I start, this is one of his. This is kind of like a recap for one of his old security guards that had to leave because of what he's seen in being a Diddy bodyguard. So this is Gene Deal.
I want to see him in that circumstance, in that situation. I've seen it before with the Sean and the Wolf trial with them when Sean got locked up. But I knew he wasn't going to jail then because they had set it up, for Sean to take the fall. You know what I mean?
I told you.
But this particular thing is all him. Everything that he always
I told you, Amy.
Always done to people, got away with it. It just came back and it's hitting them in a crazy way to see him right there. The government is about to take everything. People don't understand the RICO and they don't understand the racketeering and the criminal enterprise. All that's set up to take everything that he's gained, everything that he owns. So what they're doing is now they're putting it together, the racketeering part of it, because now they're using Comb Global and Bad Boy Entertainment. They saying that's one and the same. You know what I'm saying? And when they do that, bruh, and they find that that's racketeering, that he used people in his company, to do all these sexual acts, deeds and stuff like that, paying the prostitutes and everything like that. And they proved that, which they doing a hell of a job, a great job in proving that. I had to see, bro. I didn't want nobody to tell me. I didn't want to get it from no YouTuber. I didn't want to get it from no news. I wanted to be right there to hear the testimony of some of those people that was there.
So how was it? Take me through it.
Well, the prosecution did a great job. It was certain people like, you see, I think her name Dawn, you know what I'm saying? She was in Danity Kane. She didn't do so well, but she didn't do bad because what happened is there's this, and this is what people don't understand. She set an atmosphere of fear. And then people were saying this, bro. Oh, she went back once. She went back twice. She went back 8 times. She went back 20-some times to him. How could she be scared of him? No disrespect to Dawn for making this analogy. You got people that kick their dogs. You got people that beat their dogs. What do their dog do the next day? Come back and lick their hand. Because that person feeds them. That person is what gives them a house over their head, a roof over their head. That person's the one who put water in their bowl, food in their bowl.
Doesn't make it
people don't
right.
understand about Puff is this, is that he held the entertainment grip, especially for the people who was his former artists, in a chokehold. If you didn't do what he say do, if he didn't like you, you would never ever work for Bad Boy or anybody in the entertainment business again.
Mm-hmm.
He did it to Kirk Burroughs.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He did it to Wendy Williams. He did it to a lot of people, bruh. So now her going back is just wanted to get food on her table, keep a roof over her head. Because nobody was probably telling her, yo, I can't work with you. I can't deal with you unless Puff say so. I'm not going to work with you. I'm not going to do anything because they didn't want to make him mad because he had enough power in the business to stop her. So then she was saying something about, well, she seen this dude One Stop selling drugs. You know,
One Stop.
Cash, who gave him the cash and stuff like that.
We all know a One Stop.
The good thing that she said it, and then they said, oh, well, you really didn't see him and stuff like that, but she knew of it. They had people come back and say this guy One Stop name, you know, so in their testimony. And they did a great job in their testimony. Like one of his PA's personal assistants did a great job in his testimony. And he said, yeah, I used to pay One Stop for the drugs. You know, then we used to get the drugs to D-Rock. He used to have a case with all the drugs in it and stuff like that. Hold a bag with all the drugs and everything and the money in and stuff like that. So now she mentioned that. So now the jury knows she's telling the truth about One Stop giving people drugs. See, people look at her, oh, her testimony was terrible. Her testimony, she didn't remember this, she didn't remember that. You ain't got to remember everything. But some of us have a great memory, and we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I applaud her for even trying. You know what I'm saying? When in fact, you know what I'm saying, she's a person that is a victim. She's a victim, bro. You know, these people who was around him and had to work with him came out, and that's what you find in the trial, that they were being victimized.
Right.
And people around them that was there saw it, didn't say nothing, and didn't do nothing.
If I'm not mistaken, Dunn, she testified that Diddy, he threw a skillet of eggs at Cassie, right?
Well, I don't know
a lot of shit
that
at
was
Cassie.
Dawn. What happened was one of the PAs, you know, his personal assistants, I think that was George something. I don't know his last name. I think that was George. He said he came in and he had a bowl of apples, and it was Gina. This nigga was throwing a bowl, not to laugh, man, that he was just throwing them apples as hard as he can, hitting Gina with some apples, dog. That's like
You're on mute. You're muted.
Hey.
Hey.
What really gets my goat, what really gets my goat is that for decades there have been people allowing all of this to happen and seeing it in frying pans and welts on her face and black eyes and split open faces and being kicked and dragged, and everybody saw this and said nothing. My biggest thing, if you see something, say something, because as a woman who's been through some shit, the people who witnessed the things that happened never helped.
But here's the problem. You have to realize at that point in time, who did they have more loyalty to, and they must have had more loyalty to Diddy because they had much more to lose with
he was
throwing Diddy
paying
under the
them.
bus. Right. But the thing that kills
and that's
me,
where the RICO comes in, babe.
right. But the thing that kills me is the fact that, like, he was doing this all throughout the whole fucking Me Too movement, and nobody said dick about it.
Said nothing.
Nobody.
Said nothing.
Like
So,
you had Harvey
what
Weinstein, you had Bill Cosby, you had R. Kelly, you had
if
Jeffrey
you didn't
Epstein,
think,
you had
baby,
like
baby, if they weren't all in cahoots together and had the same lists, I'd be shocked.
oh, absolutely. You
I'd be
know that
fucking
90% of the lists that were in the freak offs that were on Jeffrey Epstein's plane they're all intertwined somewhere because that's exactly what they did.
You just reminded me of something, baby. Yesterday I found out allegedly that his income isn't from the rap game. Like, it isn't from Bad Boy Records. It isn't for, because it's pretty much gone downhill from there. His main source of income is his Love Air jets. They're like luxury jets, and he rents them out, and that's how he's been paying his lawyers and everything. So he's not making money off of artists anymore because no one will fuck with him. So he has enough money to own jets that rich people rent.
But not
and
only
that's
that,
how
but he also is getting he also still has money from Ciroc because he started Ciroc.
Right.
And he still is part owner of Ciroc, just like Dr. Dre is still part owner of Beats, even though Beats was sold to Apple.
Right.
Like,
and
that's how
he's still getting the money from it, honey.
Yeah.
He's still getting the money. How are you a prisoner and still getting the money from your company? Doesn't that seem Sean John? Yeah, he has all his clothes.
Yep. But listen, is Sean John really still a thing anymore? I mean, that was still a thing for like 10 years, and then that kind of fell off.
Did you miss Sean John? I never did.
No, never did.
No,
nope,
I never did.
The only name brand I ever wear is Polo and Tommy Hilfiger. That's the only ones I've ever worn.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's it.
I like Tommy. I like Polo too. I'm a Polo fan. I mean, on guys.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm more of like a sundress girl.
Yeah, me too. When I wear sundresses, I don't wear any underwear.
Me either. We have something in common.
Yeah. Hey, all right.
I'm teasing.
No,
I'm a sundress girl.
I don't know. I've never met her in person before, so I can't tell you.
Right. You can't tell. Right.
No.
We're extra friendly. Ice baby.
Yep. But I mean, look, yeah, Kevin in a sundress. Eek. Shut up, Kelly. You know you love it.
We'll get it. I'll get him in one.
You know what kills me is the fact that if you take a look at like Suge Knight in jail, that dude can literally, I swear to God, he has a phone at his disposal. He can call anybody at any time that he wants to. But now
Of course you can.
Diddy is in prison. He's in federal prison, and I heard federal prison is more of a Hilton than regular state prison is.
Oh, it is. It's like a camp,
Yeah,
from what I hear. I
it's like
mean,
a
I've never been in
resort.
prison.
Well, I've never been to
Yeah.
prison myself before, so I can't tell you how it is. So,
Oh, really?
but I've never been to
So
jail in
you're
my
just
entire
like
life.
you tap dance on the line of like
I'm
good boy and thug.
I'm what they call a habitual line stepper.
Me too. Me too.
Yep.
It's part of my charm.
Yeah, exactly. That's that Massachusetts thug in me.
It is. It is. It's the inner
exactly
city.
what it is.
Like I said, I grew up in the inner city, and I was too not white for the suburb kids.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I was white enough. Yeah. What does it say? You get an iPad, he gets an iPad. Yeah, they all get fucking iPads. Why are they getting iPads?
But everybody gets iPads, whether you're in state prison or, I mean, look at Aiden. Aiden got iPads, and he was able to talk from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night every single day, and then send like little videos. Like,
isn't how he met Meredith or started like messing with her?
I think so. I don't know how that whole I don't know
think
how that
that's
whole
how it
thing went
works.
down. Like, I have no idea. I really don't care, to be completely
I
honest
don't
with you.
care
Like,
either, but I'm just
that's
saying,
his own
like,
shit. But
yeah, no, and they're cute, and I think they're adorable together, and I think that he has come a long way in his reporting and being a person and being neutral, and I really respect his work, and I respect him.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, completely. I mean, none of us. I don't think any of us would have been talking, or any of us would have been here right now unless it was for him. So,
No,
I mean, he's
I
brought
wouldn't
a
have
lot
met
of people.
you.
Yeah, he's brought a lot of people together, which is a good thing. But
amazing. I met Kelly, I met Nikki, and you have been a blessing, and so many other
Likewise,
people that I met
likewise.
through this movement. I mean,
By the
I
way,
met
where is
some
Nick
friends.
Knack tonight? Where is Nick Knack tonight?
She's with her boyfriend in Texas.
Oh, fuck off with Texas. What are you gonna do? You just eat brisket and fucking get all that shit all over your face and get on here. Like, come on. It's bullshit. Come on.
It's
Even if
me
we're
and you.
traveling,
I kind of like this, Kevin. I
hey,
kind of
look
like
at that,
it,
look at
me and
that.
Kevin show.
We're like a Cassie song. It's just me and you.
It's me and I want to play it, but I'll have to cut it.
No. Just listen. She's too busy wrapped up in the whole P Diddy game. They will not kill this. Play the first hook.
Ready?
So people can understand who Cassie is.
Hold on. I gotta take
if
it out.
If not, I'll play it. I got it right here. I already got it queued up. You can barely hear it.
Waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call. Know that I shouldn't have had you waiting that long. I've been so busy, but I've been thinking
about
what I want to do with you. Know the
All right, that's enough. I'll
right.
have to block that out later. But anyway, yeah, that's the Cassie song. That's her only song.
Yeah, she's a one-hit wonder.
She's a one-hit wonder, and she did well. Yeah. Great song. I told you, it brings up my inner stripper. I'm gonna play one more because this is like. Selena, go. Here we go. This is my stripper song.
Oh, Melanie, stop it. What the fuck is that? Nobody can hear it. Nobody can hear that. Yeah.
No one can hear it? Anyway, all right. Well,
oh my God, hold up. So
I'll send it to you privately.
Hold up, listen to this. So you see what Melanie put? The two of you can make a great couple. Glock to me said Melanie, hell nah. And then Hate Corruption goes, I'll allow it.
Yes, I want to look good for you, good for you. Yeah, that
Oh my
just brings
God.
out my inner like,
You need to quit that mess.
what do you mean? This is who I am. Listen, I'm like this on and off camera, and you know that.
Yes, you are. Yes, yeah, you're a pretty straightforward
Oh
person.
my God. I'm pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Let's go back to Did. So let's go back to Diddy.
Yeah, please. Let's go back to Diddle.
Throwing a brick at somebody almost. And he was doing crazy shit like that, man. He threw on the plane, what you was trying to say, he threw one of those hard, like it could have been a bourbon glass. You know those hard glasses that you have that you pour alcohol in? And speaking of alcohol, and we said bourbon, that's my alcohol right there. Want it. Get it in the stores. I gotta promote it on your show, Mighty. It's wanted. Get it in the stores, y'all. It's coming real soon. We repackaging the bottle, we repackaging everything, and it's going bourbons and cigars, man. I know you hate that. You're gonna cut that, huh, Mighty? But anyway, man, to get back to the story. Oh, he was on a plane and he throwing glasses at Cassie. And then cursed her the F out and told her to go in the back of the plane and sit, and nobody said nothing.
Can you imagine?
Yo, a lot of stuff is coming
That's
out in this
insane.
trial, man, and it's no coming back from this. And I had to hear it, and I had to see it, and I'm glad I heard it. No matter what the outcome is, and I swear for living Jesus, and I know this to be true. If he have any sense, he'll go to the prosecution with his defense team, and he'll tell them, "Yo, can I still get that 5 years? Can I still get that 5 years?" But now he's at the point where is that if they prove this racketeering, they could take all his assets, and I think that's what they're shooting for now, because everything else basically is going to be proven or has been proven.
Yeah, I
How
just
did
don't know if
Diddy
they're
get
gonna
the
get
I
it
don't
all.
know how to play that.
Thinner. He tried to appear not worried.
Hold on, I have to do something with my son's Switch. I don't know how to do this. You know how to do it. I don't.
No, this button is how do this the R, the Z, L.
Can you wait for about 20 minutes until I'm done? Thank you, baby. All right. My son is like the sweetest angel. I just want to put that out there. He drives me crazy. He's a mini me, but like the sweetest kid ever, and listens, and he's amazing.
I don't think that they're gonna be able to get
Anyway.
Diddy on racketeering, though, to be honest with you. I don't think they have enough to get him on racketeering.
No,
They're gonna be able to get him on
I
other stuff,
do.
but I don't know if
Listen,
they that's a
Kevin,
stretch.
they only need 2 of the 8. 2, and he's already got sex trafficking and kidnapping and coercion and all of that. Like, he has so many victims. One of them backed out because they're so afraid of him.
I mean, we'll see. I
You
don't know if they're gonna. I think they're gonna more focus on the human trafficking thing, because I think that's the biggest part of it all, especially with the
Yeah.
whole Cassie thing and the freak offs and the him, like just sex trafficking everybody, especially when he went from where was his plane? He used to always like to go to some Caribbean island.
So, fun fact about his plane. So, his plane company is called Love Air. Okay. That's his company. And he has Love Air under healthcare, rehabilitation places, a respiratory facility. He has like multiple businesses under Love Air, but he makes his money off of renting his jets.
Yeah.
That's how
what you
he
said
makes his
earlier.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start this.
worried, but I know he's worried. She tried to appear not worried, but he's worried, bro. You understand? You only see basically when you first come in, if you don't see him, you see him leaving when he's looking back or whatever like that, but you only see the back of his head. He didn't really turn that much or look that much, back to the crowd or anything like that. So you couldn't tell. You could tell that it was him, and it was him because it's his trial. But I never seen that much gray in his hair before in my life. You wouldn't even know. You think he was Papa Diddy Pop. Yo, he had so much gray in his hair, bro. So I don't understand why he just don't cut it down or cut it bald so you really couldn't tell like that. But I guess that's what he chose to do.
Kid Cudi, how you feel about him testifying against Diddy?
Well, he testified, and I think he was more. He was very entertaining. He had everybody laughing and shit like that. You know what I mean? But he testified to somebody coming in his house because he would leave his door open. And it was around Christmas time.
You
and they
see this, Kevin?
took all the gifts out the wrappers. He didn't say they took the gifts. You know what I'm saying? I can't recall he said they took the gifts. They just took them off the wrappers. I guess they was looking for something. I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? They locked his dog in the
Hey, pause that for a second.
Another room. You understand? They didn't really ramshack anything like that.
So, backseat juror. So he was on the Shannon Sharp podcast. Let me go and get you the Shannon Sharp podcast. I think it was like it's called Club Shay Shay. So if you go look up Club Shay Shay,
Yeah, Shay, yeah.
And then go Google search Club Shay Shay, Cat Williams. You need to listen to that
also
whole entire podcast.
It's long, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Cat Williams.
And he just did an interview with Joe Rogan. Worth watching.
Yep.
Worth it.
Yep. The Joe Rogan thing is too, but I would watch the Club Shay Shay one first because the Club Shay Shay one is he absolutely spits fire and just literally just shits on everybody.
I'm gonna find something else different to watch that has to do with Puff Daddy, but I want Puff Daddy weird. Wait.
What do you mean you think I'm awesome on the computer? I don't understand what you mean. Backseat jury, you're so welcome. I'm telling you, if you watch that podcast, it is gonna open up your eyes to so many things about Puff Daddy, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Cat Williams got ostracized because of that. Like absolutely ostracized. I'm not that smart. I don't think I'm okay. But thank you. I appreciate your nice comments. You find it yet?
Hold on.
Dangerous now.
Diddy parties. Over the years, numerous celebrities have praised Diddy parties, from LeBron James to Ben Stiller in the Bad Boys for Life music video.
Listen, if you have one of your crazy house party things, shout me a holler down.
In a 2005 VMAs ad, Derek Jeter, Nicole Richie, the Yin Yang Twins, and Fat Joe reflected on their experiences at Diddy parties, portraying them as can't-miss events. Given the recent descriptions of Combs's alleged freak-off parties, these celebrity testimonies come across as insensitive in retrospect.
It's hard to say which is more off the hook, a Diddy party or a Diddy after party, or a Diddy after party which is basically a pre-party for the next Diddy party.
Holmes's
Amy,
accounts
look
of
at
it
private chat
well either. In a
and post
resurfaced
that in
video,
the comments
Combs
for
filmed
Backseat Jerk, because those are the
a
highlights.
seemingly passed out DJ named James
Cat
as another
Williams.
guest places a drink on his head. Whether joking or not,
you.
Combs' claim that he puts white guys to sleep at his parties has taken on a more alarming
Yeah, that's disturbing right there.
meaning.
Like, that's disturbing.
Okay, what happens? It's so unfortunate.
Usher sees, quote, very curious things. Usher lived with Combs for about a year during his early teens.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right?
In a 2016 appearance on The Howard Stern Show, Usher recounted his time in New York with Combs. Usher recalled several names
Kevin,
like Biggie Smalls and
I gotta get a
driving
drink.
by as parties raged into the early morning.
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
While Usher claims he stayed up later than Combs and his crew, he wasn't sure if he could, quote, indulge in some of the activities taking place. Although Usher didn't entirely understand everything going on, Combs's lifestyle was clearly, quote, wild, quote, crazy, and, quote, curious. When asked if he would ever send his kids to, quote, Puffy Camp, Usher gave a firm no.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Usher said this with a laugh, but the allegations that have come out since have piqued our curiosity. Get him to the Greek. As funny as this 2010 comedy was upon release, it's hard to rewatch without thinking about how problematic several cast members have become.
It's better that you've apologized, because now we can start to rebuild.
In 2023, two women, one being his ex-girlfriend, accused Jonah Hill of abusive behavior. The same year, Russell Brand's history of sexual assault accusations caught up to him. Then there's Combs, who played hot-headed record producer Sergio Roma.
Oh, y'all think this meeting is for me? Straight. I got villas in Brazil, Tahiti, East Hampton, West Hampton. Sergio gonna be fine.
While the character was likely intended as a self-aware send-up of Combs's bombastic persona, it might have hit closer to home than the filmmakers realized. In one notable scene, a whacked-out Sergio goes on a rampage, chasing Hill and Brand's characters down a hallway.
Where you going? Run all the way back to LA.
Nowadays, when we think of Combs running down a hallway, an infamous video involving Cassie Ventura immediately comes to mind.
Yeah,
Quote, I'm a
this video is
savage.
disturbing, too.
Combs's YouTube channel posted multiple videos building hype for the 2017 documentary.
What'd you say?
That that video of him
What'd you
running down
say?
the hallway after Cassie was disturbing as hell. That was so disturbing. When he basically
And
dragged
then what he did to her. And you know, too,
he basically dragged her
He
out of
dragged
that,
her.
out of that room, just like Ray Rice did when he drugged that girl out of that elevator and beat the dog shit out of her.
Yep. Yep. And people like, this is just a domestic violence. First of all, domestic violence alone, he should be fucking put away for what he's done to her. But then you put all of the organizational sex assault for years and then holding it over her head. Did you know that he extorted $22,000 from Cassie's parents? Because after the Kid Cudi thing, he's like, if you don't give me $20,000, I'm releasing all the tapes and ruining your daughter's life.
Yeah, well, that's
how billionaire.
That's how he got her to do more freak offs, because he said, if you don't do more freak offs with me, I'm gonna release the sex tapes. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. Like,
right.
That's so crazy to me. Like, that's just so insane.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, if me and you were together and we were freaky, like, and it was consensual, like, go with your bad self, right?
Right. Yeah,
but
that's fine.
when you are them and you're being coerced and forced to do these things, did you know that it's rumored right now and been for a while that Kim Porter died recovering from a freak off? Everything that was found around her.
No doubt.
Everything that was found around her was Gatorade, the IV, the medications, the bruises, the this and that. Like, you have no idea what it feels like to be these women and so scared of them. And that's what I mean by if you see something, say something. These women are petrified of these men. And if you're a grown man or a woman like me and you see this shit going down, put a stop to it.
Yeah,
Make it
but
known that it's
like,
not okay.
it's just like what Glockman said, like the whole chemically induced. Like, I mean, look at what Michael Jackson used to do in order for him to go to sleep at night. He used to have to take propofol, which is what they give to you in order to put you to sleep in order for you to get surgery.
Surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I basically have dubbed now as I call it Jackson juice. Because that's exactly what it is, because that's what he used to literally have. And these people, if you're in Hollywood, you can get access to any motherfucking thing you want to in life. It doesn't matter what it is. And that's what I think what Diddy had too. I think Diddy had some dude on his payroll, just like Michael Jackson did, and Diddy could get whatever the fuck he wanted to at any point in time. And I think some of the people that he had in them freak offs, like that, you saw that white guy who had his face down, ass up.
Yeah.
I bet you that dude just wasn't drunk. I bet you that dude got something spiked in his fucking cocktail or something like that because they want to violate his butthole. And I'm not even trying to be funny at this point in time. Like, I'm being dead serious.
it's like legit. Yeah, it's legit.
I mean, look at how fucked up Britney Spears is right now. That chick is certifiable.
Do you think that her being a teenager and groomed and fucked and taken advantage of and brutally sexually assaulted did not happen to this girl that made her do that fucking that meltdown, shaving her head and shit? Listen, I've been to a point in a relationship where I was so out of my mind that like I felt Britney. Like, you feel like I didn't do it, but I felt it. You know what I mean?
Britney Spears has seen more butts than ashtrays in her life. And
that poor girl is taken advantage of every single day to this day.
Yeah,
but he's a victim.
That girl was ridden like a Grand Canyon mule, and especially from her dad. Her dad exploited the shit out of her.
Right, like a Kardashian parent. Yo, Kris Jenner is the worst of the worst.
She is the worst parent of all time, I think.
She sold her daughter's sex video for clout.
Yes, and that's how her family. Yes, like she literally was like, "Hey, here's my daughter's vagina for the world to see.
For the world, let's make her famous."
Like, I just
nothing now. Like she does. Like what she looked like then versus what she looks like now is two different people.
All right, so here's a little thing to here's a little joke to kind of tie in the whole Kardashian, Caitlyn Jenner, Karen Reed case. So Hank Brennan hasn't gotten laid in so long that he goes and looks in Caitlyn Jenner's trash for dick.
I can't with you.
Sorry.
So someone earlier, joke. I have to.
But look at okay. So look at Kelly just brought up a good thing. Look at Bobby and Whitney Houston. Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston.
Right.
Whitney Houston was a crackhead for years, and people were saying Whitney Houston smoked her kneecaps off, and people were still saying, "No, she ain't no crackhead." Yes, she was.
It's so true. It is so true. Oh my God. So someone told me that my doppelganger is this girl right here. You guys are gonna tell me. Stop screen. Let me do this.
So Kelly, I agree with you. Bobby was Diddy, but did you ever see that live performance that Bobby Brown did at, I forget what show it was, but he dropped his bag of cocaine out on the stage and he had to bend over and pick it up in the middle of him performing? Did you guys ever see that video? First of all, if you tell me that you're the fourth girl over, the big fucking heffalump in the purple with the bald head,
no, I can't. I know. I can't make it bigger. Oh my God. Someone was like, "You look just like this girl." And I was who?
I can see it. I can see it.
I was like, I can't see it at all.
No, I can. The music industry.
You can?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. You guys both have the high cheekbones.
Oh
You
my
guys
God.
both have the pointy chin. You both have small eyebrows. You have a widow's peak. She don't though.
I do have a widow's peak too. It's like good luck.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Anyway, all right.
I
Let's
guess
go
so.
back
I
to
guess
Diddy.
so. I don't know. I have no idea.
I told you, remember, you always date a girl with nice nails and good eyebrows. I got good eyebrows.
I got nice nails.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I guess. Wow. But no, I think that if
taken on an uncomfortable sentiment, the same can be said about the aforementioned videos. In one, Combs talks about how important winning is to him, which has likely never been more true than now.
I want to win over and over and over.
In another clip, Combs sits in his office making a deal with MTV over the phone. Combs is so excited about the outcome that he starts messing up his desk, proclaiming that he's a, quote, savage who gets whatever he wants and can't be kept down.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage!
Taking a breather, Combs proceeds to ask what's next, although we're not sure he wants the answer. Jennifer Lopez's mom. After appearing in the Been Around the World music video, Jennifer Lopez dated Combs from 1999 to 2001.
So handsome.
In a later interview with Wendy Williams, the talk show host floated the idea of Lopez and her mother, Guadalupe Rodriguez, in the audience. The horrified expression on Rodriguez's face said everything, as did a dismissive hand motion.
Look it.
Lopez went on to talk about how Combs sent her 100 white doves, which wasn't as romantic as he might have envisioned. Even if this gesture had won Lopez back, it's safe to say her mother would not have approved.
It had like Emmy came alive. They all had something to say. Yes, it's funny to me.
So, but all right. So no Puffy.
Be this due to Combs' suspected infidelity during his relationship with Lopez or another reason, Rodriguez has somewhat distanced himself from Combs as of late. Ashton Kutcher was once proud to call the rapper his friend.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote. If you have one, yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell.
During his 2019 interview on Hot Ones, Kutcher was asked if he had any Diddy party stories to share. Kutcher had plenty, but he struggled to think of one that he could tell.
Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
With a smile, the actor shifted the subject away from the parties, instead talking about how he first met Combs and a memorable run the two shared. While Kutcher avoided discussing any parties, there has been speculation that he could be called to testify at Combs' trial, which would put him in a much hotter seat. In any case, Kutcher's comment that Combs, quote, can't lose plays differently now.
Well, he just can't lose. Even when he's that close to humility, that like it becomes a driver. And so then he went out and ran the New York Marathon.
The world is filled with uncomfortable lyrics. Combing through Diddy's discography, some of his music sounds almost prognostic.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, we might as well shine together.
This includes the music video for 1998's Victory, in which the artist runs away from the authorities. Of all the songs he collaborated on, 1997's The World Is Filled may be the most unnerving to revisit. Throughout his verse, Combs sings about how it's a, quote, privilege for women to be with him, although the lyrics paint a much more troubling portrait.
Won't you admit it? I ain't gotta talk because I live it. Any chick with me, believe me, that's a privilege.
The line, quote, never give up freedom feels especially ironic and creepy. This isn't just because Combs has been arrested, but considering that the charges against him include sex trafficking, there's more than one way to interpret the word freedom here.
Wait, I am gonna put this on pause for a second. Why hasn't Mace come out and said anything about this? You know he knows.
I was just going to say that. So Mace left Puffy and Mace became a preacher. He now preaches the gospel. He preaches in a church.
He sure is.
Not only that, but I think that Hate Corruption just asked, do I think J-Lo was involved? I think that Diddy did probably the most amount of freak offs, but in the 2 years that he dated J-Lo. Because at that point in time,
I think it's Kim Porter.
No, I don't think so because of the fact that at that point in time, you have to realize Diddy was at the peak of his career, and J Lo was literally like a really upcoming and rising star, where she was like starting to like be like really, really, really like mainstream and stuff like that. And then that's when you started to see all of the pictures with J Lo, Jay Z,
And she started being
Beyonce.
like thuggy and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
when she did the whole Jenny from the Block thing, and that's when she
Right.
released that whole album, and that's the reason why they called her Jenny from the Block.
Do you really think that she did it though?
Uh, I
I don't
think
know.
that no, because why do you think so? Ben Affleck left her, and then
Right.
he got back
When
together
this
with
whole
her.
shit came out.
No. Ben Affleck was with her the first time, and then he left her, and then he went back with her. So they became a couple, and he was so like in love with her the second time. And then as
Yeah.
soon as this whole Diddy shit came out,
Yeah.
he
She
was
was
like,
breezed. She
yo,
breezed.
fuck this swamp donkey. I am fucking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Because that bitch got used like a recycled condom.
She did. And you know what
She
too?
got
Being a woman that has like had a few men that has not treated me right, like they always come in correct, and then you're like, oh my god, this is who you are. You know, you don't know at first because you
listen.
first your best foot forward, right,
Yeah.
Kevin?
Yeah, Diddy had J Lo bent over a dumpster behind a fucking 7-Eleven, sucking dick for empty cans of Natty Ice. That's
I hope it
exactly
was the big
what
ones.
he used to.
Natty
Yeah,
Ice used to get me lit.
these ones right here. These ones right here. That's exactly what he had her doing. He had her bent over a dumpster, sucking dick for empty cans of Natty Ice. That's how much that bitch is involved in everything for nickels. He had her sucking dick for nickels.
Rumor is the DOJ approached him and it was so much worse than he knew. Interesting. Hi,
Oh, when
Donovan. I hope you're feeling good, honey.
when they raided Diddy's house and they stayed there for like 2 days raiding his
Yeah.
house in LA. Well, he took off on his jet. He was in some stupid. So what island did he always fly to?
It
Do you
was
remember?
like Fine Ladies Island or something. It
I
was
forget what
something
the island was,
sexual.
but he would always fly to that island, and he was there. And I think he got tipped off, and he knew that they were going to come and raid his house. And then that's when they found that the 946 bottles of Astroglide.
That's right. That's
Like,
right. They sure did. And they
yeah,
found the drugs and they found guns and they found all of these things.
yep.
Um
Yeah.
yeah, they found everything. And they raided his California home, and allegedly his son, the one that he adopted from Albie Shore, the really handsome one, because he's like the only handsome one in my opinion. He was complicit in bringing young girls to his party because he
Yeah, of
was
course he
young
was.
and cute, and he brought the youngins to the party. And like being like I've looked like this since 8th grade. Like I've been able to get into bars and clubs and stuff since I was 16. And I would, as a 40-year-old woman, I know how wrong a lot of the behavior toward me was at that time. And luckily it didn't turn into a Diddy situation, but it happens to girls. You want to go out, you want to be cool, you want to go to these bars and dress up and do your hair and have a good time. But there are predators out there that want the 16-year-old girls to get them for free to
But the problem
clubs.
is, so here's the problem with that. And I'm not saying that I ever did this, and I'm not saying that this is me at all. But knowing what I know now, and knowing in the life that I've lived, and seeing everything that I've seen, the problem with women is the fact that when guys go out, you have girls that will specifically go out and dress the way that they dress to sexualize themselves.
Of
And then you'll
course.
and then you but then you'll have other girls who will come in dressed kind of the same way, a little bit sexually provocative, maybe not as much, but still a little bit sexually provocative, that don't want to sexualize themselves. And then the dude might see the fact that they're more attracted to the girl who doesn't want to sexualize himself. And that's where the problem happens. And that's where the issue lies, because they force themselves on the woman that doesn't want it, and they don't go for the girl that wants it. And that's the issue that we
Right.
run into. And that's unfortunately, the issue that we run into. What's up? My second favorite N word, knick-knack.
Oh, Nikki's on here too.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Oh, look at that. We got the BS
Hi,
juror.
Look at you showing your face, Kevy.
I know.
Don't you
I
love
know,
it? He
I
showed his
know.
face. He made his grand finale on Talk Time with
So
us.
happy. I was just telling Sean about what happened at lunch today, and we were listening to it. It was fantastic. The old
If
loofah.
you guys saw what I look like today, I haven't showered all week.
I can smell you from
Girl, look, I look like
Yeah.
trash, so there's that.
All right.
Me too,
wait.
Nikki. It's fine.
Yeah.
You guys will get a 10-second preview.
All right, look at that. There's your loofah right on top of your head. She's got the yellow loofah. What does that mean?
But I got my frame sweatshirt on.
Amy! You are. I love it. Hi, Mama. I'm
Hold
getting
on,
all
hold
the faces today. Do you know how much I love this? You guys
All right,
know
I'm putting it back.
Like,
Mine's
can I
hanging
just
up,
say
though.
that everybody who's a part of the Talk Time channel, this is a group effort, and I love every single one of you. We are the Bad Kids Club forever.
We are the Bad Kids Club.
Bad kids.
We are the Bad Kids Club forever.
But I really wanted to talk about Kevin. Have you seen that video of the white girl that's
here's my Amy
young
sweatshirt.
with Diddy? And he's like, I adopted the white girl. Tell everybody I adopted you. And it turns out it's one of his kids' friends.
I have not seen that yet. No.
Oh fuck. I
I
gotta
haven't seen
find
that.
it. My kids show it to me all the time.
How do you turn your mic
So
around on
It
this
is the
camera?
creepiest video I've ever seen in my life.
Do you know how to turn the mic
Which
around?
one is it?
So you do also know, I mean, I'm not saying that this is what it is, but you do also know that the white girl is street slang for cocaine, right?
Yes, I know that. I'm well aware.
I didn't know that. I don't.
Hands up. I know that.
Yeah. Of course you do.
I'm slowly learning
I'm
drug
not,
lingo.
Kevin, I'm not as pure as I come across.
I know,
So.
knick-knack. Why don't you change your name on here to Sniffany?
What?
Sniffany. Oh my god.
Sniffany.
Sniffany. No, those are back. I can't do drugs now. I wish I could, but.
Right?
I wish.
No, because I
wish
just
I could
can't.
do
I
drugs.
can't even
That's it.
eat an edible.
Yo, I would
And
have
it
died.
sucks.
Like if I had access to that much drugs at my disposal all the time, I would have
Yeah.
been like an RIP on Facebook for sure.
My
It
sister
would've
was
been-
going in. My sister was telling me today that Elon just left the whole Trump shit.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah. So he's
But
leaving
the
too.
drug rumor is really
Yes.
bad, and
It's
I
running rampant right now.
I looked at
Eli's
her.
into drugs? Is this a joke? Is this a
No,
thing?
listen. Well,
No,
Elon's
dude, that
autistic.
started
You know that, right?
during Johnny Depp's trial.
Oh,
That was exposed during that trial.
I got a jab coke, jab cocaine.
I got a jaw.
No,
I got a jaw of
no,
cocaine.
it's all
So
psychedelic.
Kevin, hold on.
Yo.
Amy, hold on 1 second. Two Amy's, should I say? Kevin, are you coming out with your real name or your government name or no?
No, Kevin is salty.
I kind of fucked up and commented
He's
earlier
fine.
with
You
my government name.
slipped? I'm so disappointed in you.
I did. But
Yeah,
that's still,
well,
that's still
fuck
not
it,
my
you know?
government name, though. That's like my.
I
You know how
know,
much
but your
shit I
Facebook
learned on
name.
JFK? JFK was the first person to teach me the government name. And the
Yeah.
fucking wait.
Well, my
So
real
JFK
government name is Amy.
So funny story for you. JFK, his producer, Static Selecta, I went to school with him, Pat.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
Pat and I hung out in the same crew. Yeah, they're all like small town rappers too. It's great.
I love it.
So Yeah, I know. Like
I like
terminology.
JFK and James Jackson. They're good creators.
They're great guys.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
So
selective.
Nikki, what are your thoughts on Puff Daddy?
Okay, so I haven't caught up today. I'm a little behind. So somebody's gonna have to quickly fill me in, but I think that he's fucked.
Oh no, he
Yeah.
is. He will never. He's going to go to jail as long as R. Kelly's going to go to
I
jail. He's not
think
going to get out.
Kid Cudi fucked him royally. I do. I think it was not truly his intention because I think that he truly liked Diddy, but I do think that because he's basically
Not a fucking chance in hell that he liked Diddy. I think he
Well,
liked Diddy before he
well-
found out about the shit he did to Cassie. And then once he did that, he was
well,
like, "All
right,
bets are off." He's
exactly.
like, I'm
But
gonna-
like, I mean, Diddy coming to his fucking house and shit. You know, his dog was only 3 years old, and his dog somehow died. They couldn't get into it, so I need to.
He
look
was
into how this-
traumatized.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible. Like when a dog dies, like I lose my shit.
All right, hang on.
So
I gotta go.
when-
Pee-pee. I gotta go pee-pee on the potty. Hang on.
And a boy, I'm so proud of you,
I've
Kevin.
been-
Good
Thank
boy.
you.
I've been listening to the Diddy thing for
Hold on,
forever.
is my blue in here? Where's my blue? Is she in here?
Blue's not here now.
Blue was hating on me today because I didn't say hi to
I
her.
can't
so-
believe I have my camera.
Well,
on.
you like
I-
disappear and watch Glare all day. I
no,
see you.
bitch. No. I haven't watched Glare in a month. I've been watching Defense Diaries.
Oh my God!
I love Allie.
I watched them today. I watched them today. I'm
addicted to
sorry,
their
Amy.
take.
I'm sorry.
No, because I have it on my.
It's,
Okay,
you guys
Amy.
can do whatever
Amy,
you want. I
Amy,
just stay
wa-
on this channel
listen,
because
no.
there's no drama. I don't want
Listen,
drama.
Amy, both Amy's. Amy backseat, okay?
Yeah.
I watch my Amy from my phone, and then I listen to Defense Diaries on my TV.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God!
Listen,
I
can
try
just
to
tell you,
do.
I don't give a fuck what you guys do. As long as you come here and say hi and we're all cool.
You
and we're on the
know I
back
will.
club, like you guys do whatever the fuck you want. I
Is
just
Kelly
stay
in here? Oh,
and
she
stay
is.
in my lane. She
Oh,
is.
Zach is
so-
her. Nikki
I try to come back
won't
during
come on.
lunch break.
Zach, I
and
was on
listen
a
to
panel with you
Lucas.
this morning, so shut the fuck up, Zach. Okay, settle down.
Yeah, we have the best home here. So back to Diddy. Let's stay on topic. Diddy is a bad man. They have proven most of anything. Now with them, we don't know what their defense is yet. And apparently, Puff Daddy has been very, very, very involved in his case, like writing notes and this and that and the other thing. And I will say though, I didn't like. They brought in the psychiatrist from the Amber Heard trial to defend Cassie.
Wait, which one?
You did?
Which one?
The lady, the blonde lady. I forget her name. Want to say like and subscribe to?
No, did they use the one from New York or the one that Johnny Depp hired?
Was there 4 people?
This is Kevin and this is Amy. We have the same name. He's looking at you.
Hey, buddy.
You say hi. You show them your new haircut.
Oh, I love the haircut.
Right?
And I heard you graduated.
Yes, he graduated kindergarten, preschool. And where are you going next?
Going to kindergarten.
That's
Oh, wait until mommy cries.
What? Wow.
All right, mommy needs privacy. I'll be off in a few minutes, okay?
I'll show you.
No, thank you. All right. I do have to go in like 20 minutes, but 10 minutes. It's been 3 hours.
Sorry, I jumped off. Zach got me all worked up.
You're good. You're
I
good.
hit the done.
So
I'm
I
done.
mean, can I just ask the chat? Do you guys? Thank you. Do you guys like the Diddy case? Do you like going over it? I'm not
I
going over
love
Karen-
it. No,
Okay,
no,
so
I love it. So I listened
outside
to
the
it at
trial,
night.
I'm not doing Karen Reed anything. I have different
I
cases
agree.
planned. I
I'm
really like Diddy.
over Karen Reed.
I'm
I am
over it.
so
I'm over
Karen
it.
Reed out. Like God love her, God bless her, and but we've
I'll
already
watch
heard all
her
this.
trial. I will stream it. I know
The
so much
third
about it, but
one?
I'm not doing it outside of the trial anymore. I can't. So we're gonna
Yeah,
stick to
it's a
Diddy
lot.
and Lauren Owens. We're gonna do Jeffrey Curley. I don't know if you guys in Massachusetts remember that case. I'm gonna go over that case. I'm gonna go over Harmony Montgomery.
Yeah,
Cases that have
yeah.
already been. And I'm
Harmony
also
is. Oh,
yeah, Harvest is hard. But I'm also going to be streaming the Koberger case and the Donna
okay,
Adelson
good.
case.
So
Yeah.
I
So
haven't
we're going to
kind
kind of
of
move
dived
on.
into Kohlberger, but
Oh, girl.
yeah,
You
no, I
gotta,
know.
you
I
got,
know,
yeah,
but
it's
still,
wild.
Dude,
I'm like,
they're
I'm
fucking up
very
that
invested
case.
with the Karen Reed, so it's hard for me to get so deep into another one. But the Diddy case is easy because I've been like you and I
Yeah.
have talked about the Gene Deal shit. I've been listening
Right.
to Gene Deal for years.
Forever.
And
Yeah, Jaguar
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yes, that I mean, fucking 50
yeah.
Cent talking about it on fucking what's that
Joe
what's that?
Rogan.
Right, but no,
Joe
because like
Rogan.
50 Cent's called this from like 10 years ago.
Oh my
He was on
God,
the
forever.
Breakfast Club
Yep.
podcast. Sorry, I'm rifling cigarettes. I've been drinking tonight.
You're good.
No, 50 Cent and Wendy Williams. She has been
Yes.
calling his shit
And
forever.
Cat Williams.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if part
Yeah.
of Wendy Williams being in that home is because of Diddy.
Yeah.
So do
Right.
we
And
think
so
that
also wait, I just want to say one more thing. If there's anyone in the chat that likes a certain topic, like I am like very versed in a lot of cases. If you guys have any suggestions, you can email me. The email me is in my about description on YouTube. You can email me and I will research it if I don't even already know it. And all of us can come up in panel and we can go through them. I do want to stick with Diddy for now because he is in trial and it's something that I do focus on outside of Karen Reed. I love Karen Reed. I want Karen Reed to be free, and I put
do want to
I
get
want you
involved
guys
in my cousin's case too. Not that
right,
it's
and we want
there's
to do
nothing
that.
really to get involved with it, but
Right.
I just
I
want to
just
talk
need to
about it.
step away from Karen Reed
agree.
outside of the trial, and I hope you guys can understand that.
Yeah,
Bro, I
it's
laid on
for-
the couch for an hour today because Hank Brennan gaslit me all day.
Yeah, it's terrible. I can't listen
Like
to Hank.
he is so.
He's because so again, same. He like triggers me to my ex. Like he tries to not act slimy, but he's straight out of the gate manipulative.
Yo, I thought gaslighting was an overused word, okay, from
It's-
like the pandemic, and
not.
then I saw Hank Brennan.
Yeah, no,
Right.
Hank
Oh my
sucks.
God.
Hank does suck because he's he just is. He's that everybody else is the problem, but him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right. Right.
I love the
I get it.
Diddy
And
because
also, I just read that Mary Bagwell doesn't do anything with
Amy,
TV.
you and
Honey,
I
if
just ripping
we are
fucking
doing
nobody else
a
here.
case,
I
listen,
don't give a
if
shit.
any of
Hey,
our
guys.
viewers,
Hey.
if
Fuck
any
it,
of
right?
our
Fuck
viewers
it.
do not like
Listen,
those
I don't
type
give
of
a
cases,
fuck.
I
I
apologize
don't
ahead
give
of
a
time.
fuck.
I don't give
And
a
you
fuck
do
either.
not have to watch the ones that you don't want to watch.
Yeah,
We can
no,
put a
I've been
trigger
listening.
warning
I think he's
stuff
lost
for
Amy
everybody.
totally.
What?
Kelly, are you streaming this or is Amy?
I love
I
how we're.
am. I am.
I
No, I'm
love
just saying.
how we just talk over the.
Viewers saying that they can't do DV case and that's okay. You can come back for a different case that you can handle. I am an advocate for children and women who are abused, and I will stand on the top of a hill and scream that they need justice.
Same.
Because if you have been a person who has been abused, or you were abused as a child, I tried to grow up to be the adult that I always needed to be that I needed as a child. And so I get into it because they deserve someone to stand in their corner. Harmony Montgomery is a good example of that. I was totally into that with different creators, and I will always stand up for children, and I will always stand up for a woman abused. And I know it's hard to listen to, but
it is hard.
It is hard,
Dude,
but you know
the
what?
Casey
Justice means more
Anthony's
than that.
trial.
Don't even get me started with Casey Anthony. Oh my God, she was the first
fuck
fucking
Casey Anthony.
prince I
Fuck
hated.
Casey Anthony.
Yeah, fuck her.
All right, I have a question though. So with Harmony, did you just see that the mom, the biological mom, settled for 2.5 mil? And
She
now,
should not get a fucking dime. She should be taken out back.
well,
She was the
no,
first bitch that failed her.
not, well, no, it was actually Massachusetts who
No, I
failed
know.
her.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But now these assholes aren't going to be held accountable.
Held accountable. Hey, can you believe Kayla is out among the fucking walking?
No, fuck. It's like Casey Anthony. I'm waiting for her to get fucking,
You know
it's
for a
like
fact.
OJ.
Yeah.
You wait for that moment that they get, snatched up for anything. You're like,
She knew
ugh,
everything that was going on with that poor
everything.
baby.
She helped.
She did fucking nothing. So
But she's an unindicted conspirator because she rolled. She was like, okay, here you go. You know what I mean? Hold on, you guys. I have to run for a second. One
go ahead.
second.
We get it. We get it. You're good.
I just want to know too, did you guys watch The Black Swan?
I didn't.
That was
I did not get into that one.
And what
Look at that pretty face, Kevy.
I don't think she's guilty.
I don't know anything about it, so I'm.
I wanted to know what Amy thought.
Sorry, I was just
that
Kevin, were you
took you
powdering
a
your
long
face,
time.
babe?
Huh?
Were you just
wait,
powdering
what
your
did you
face?
want me to say?
No,
I
was just
wanted to
talking-
know if you thought she was guilty.
Who?
The Black Swan.
The ballerina girl?
Yeah.
I think that she was self-defense, and I think that he fucking
That's
mentally
what I
tortured
thought.
her. Yeah.
That's what I
I'll be right
thought.
back, guys. I'll be right back.
You're good.
I
There
gotta
were-
go run again.
Yeah,
So
no,
quickly.
Sorry,
Go
Nikki.
ahead,
I was
Kev.
upstairs. I was on the phone talking to my cousin real quick. He called me when I was doing. He's a homicide detective, and I was talking to him about Karen. I was talking about the Karen Reed case. So.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say?
So he's kind of on the fence. He thinks that there could have been a little bit of an
He
issue
needs
with
to
her,
watch
but
Turtle Boy Frame 2.
but he also says that there's so much evidence that can prove that she didn't do it. So he thinks she's gonna get off. He's like, there's so much reasonable doubt in this case that there's no way that they're gonna convict her. He's like, and if it was the Worcester County DA, which is where I'm at, I actually am in Worcester.
Stop
He said if it
doxing
was the
yourself,
Worcester County
bitch.
District Attorney's
Bitch,
office.
stop doxing yourself.
Yeah, listen. I don't care. Like, you want to come find me? Come pull up, motherfucker. Pull up. You don't like me? Suck all the piss out of my dick. I don't care. Fuck off.
This is like the third time you said that today.
Yeah, I know. That's because I want you to.
Because that's like one of the things that happened to one of the Diddy victims. So you should be nice about that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that I mean, the whole Karen Reed thing. Like, if it was in any other county in this state, they would have never have brought.
No, of course not.
Charges.
Yeah, they would have
against
used
her.
your head. They would have said there's not enough fucking evidence to convict her.
I have
We
dug
don't have a
so
case.
deep into Norfolk County. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever leave it.
Yeah, it's bad.
The shit I have learned about this county, it's not. I'm not even standing up for Karen anymore. I'm standing up for everybody.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like,
Michael Morrissey is as crooked as scoliosis.
Oh God.
So
look at him drinking.
No, and
It ain't a
you
White
know
Claw,
how they joke about how when he did that video, that
one?
there was like a gun being held to his head. I really think there was.
Oh, the ransom video?
Yeah. I really think there was a gun to his head.
I don't think so, but
I mean, I don't
just
think
think
it was a gun held to
I
his
think
head.
he's as crooked as the fucking next guy. To be honest,
I think that he was basically trying to get out from under it because he knew that there was so many people that were talking about the fact that she wasn't guilty and that Morrissey was literally like the guy who was spearheading this whole thing, and he was just basically saying, no, we have done everything by the book, and Karen Reed is guilty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like where have you ever heard of a DA coming out and saying that the person that
Never.
is on trial is guilty?
Never.
Never have you ever heard that.
I've never seen a
Never.
case like this ever in my life.
And every person in the United States is innocent until proven guilty. She wasn't proven
That's
guilty,
right.
and Morrison still came out.
No,
and
she was
said,
guilty straight out of the gate.
Yeah,
Out the gate.
fuck out of here.
No,
Yeah.
and what's really fucking scary is that they have a reputation for just trying and trying and trying.
I know.
Yeah.
I made it that way.
Like, I'm afraid that if she has another mistrial, they're gonna try her again.
Yeah, Michael Morrison. So it has never been done in the history of the United States. Nobody has ever been put on trial 3 times for
No, that's wrong.
something.
You're false.
That's
wrong.
Yeah, trial 4.
Two cases in Massachusetts 4 times.
Trial 4.
Two.
I forget his name. The black kid
Sean,
that set up.
Sean Ellis.
Yep.
All right, I need
Sean Ellis and the
Sean Ellis,
paramedic,
trial 4.
the lesbian paramedic couple.
Good job.
And it was something about the paint.
That's it. That's what I'm going to change my name to, the lesbian paramedic. That's it.
Ooh.
That's dope. That's dope.
No, do you guys know that case? That's another case in Massachusetts.
I've never heard of it.
It was tried 4 times. 4 fucking times.
That's wild.
That,
Yeah, I've never heard of
like, so Kevin, you've looked that up?
No, but I'm going to go look it up after we get off of this thing tonight.
No, I mean, the stat, like, I'm trying to find out the stats on retrying people. Because I find that really fucked up that they waste that much money.
Right. The more you retry people, the less likely you are to convict them.
Right.
Like, it just...
Yeah, because word gets out. That's why I am blown away that there was even a trial too. Because how do you get fucking jurors? I've never heard of this case in Norfolk County.
You don't.
Oh, they
How?
definitely know.
Yeah,
They know.
like how?
They definitely know.
They have to know. They got to. And I love the Bev. Like, I love fucking turtle voice. It just, well, I was gonna. Oh my god, I almost said your real name. Kevin.
That's what, just say. I don't care if you say my real name. I really don't care.
No, I'm not gonna do that to you, babe. I'm not gonna be the one that does it. It'll
Wait,
probably
you're
be
not
Kelly.
Kevin from South Boston?
No, that's
Kelly
not my
would probably
real name.
dox him by accident. But,
No, that's not his real name. But
not
he's
his real
Kevin
name.
from Southie on the YouTube, though.
Yeah, we'll
Kevin
keep
from
we'll
South
keep it
Boston
Kevin
on
from
YouTube.
South Boston. So
My real government name is backseat juror.
You're Amy. Do you remember when you changed your name and I was all fucked up and I was like, please put it back to backseat juror? Do you remember? You were like Jason JFK, and I'm like,
Amy, did you friend request me?
Kelly, shut your face.
Yes.
Nikki.
You did.
I
Okay,
did.
that's you. Okay, I haven't
Yeah.
accepted it
We've
yet.
been friends
I will accept
forever.
it.
What are you talking about?
That's my government name.
Okay, fair
Listen,
enough.
all I gotta say is that number one, yes, I did dox myself today on here
You did.
because yes, I did.
Well, okay,
But
don't make light of it because people are gonna go back, stupid.
I don't care. It's not that.
My
serious.
real name is not Nikki. It's Anastasia. So
Yeah,
there's that.
Beaverhausen.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Beaverhausen.
Anastasia
Beaverhausen.
Steele.
I don't know.
That's all I think of.
I say
Listen, I
Nikki
know
in bed. I don't know.
Amy doxed me to Kelly, so.
No, I did not.
Okay,
I
so then how
definitely
did?
didn't. I definitely fucking didn't.
It was
hold on
not
a
me.
second.
Oh my.
She can come back
Hold on
on
a
here.
second.
No, listen.
Hold on a second.
Kelly's like the FBI and needs to know everything. I did not
Kelly
dox
is
you to her.
fucking
So-
brutal.
Somebody
Did not dox you.
Listen,
gave her my name.
Listen,
because
you have
she-
my son. You have my on
Kevin?
my son.
Kevin,
I didn't.
Yeah.
me and Amy are very real and would not purposely dox people.
So
No.
how in
Oh
sweet
my
baby
God,
Jesus
the
can we find
lesbian
out
paramedic
why?
pulls puss, I bet. Oh my God, I
Oh my God, is Kevin now the lesbian paramedic?
Oh my God, I'm gonna be the lesbian paramedic. Are you kidding
Wait,
me?
who's the lesbian paramedic?
Me.
Kevin.
Who's
Kevin.
the lesbian?
Yeah.
Who's the
My new
lesbian paramedic?
implants hurt.
Okay. Mine do too.
Did you get them? How do I not fucking know this?
What?
You got your fucking new implants?
No, you've seen my first ones. I'm getting them in the fall.
Oh my God! I was
Yeah,
gonna say, how do I
yeah.
not know you
No,
your
I
other
haven't.
ones?
I'm getting bigger ones in the fall. I'm getting them fixed.
I'm
because
on my way over to go rub them to make sure that they feel better.
They're
I don't
I need you.
understand.
I need you to
Why do you get them
I saw
twice?
her
What?
because I'll let Amy
Because
describe this.
Because
mean?
she got them from the Dollar General the first time.
Well, no, I had automatic reconstruction, and they don't know like what to put in at first, so they gave me like the smallest ones they had,
They
and
gave her
now
tiny
I'm
boobies.
having.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm having some issues. I actually like did some doing damn. It doesn't matter. I'm getting new ones in the fall. It doesn't matter.
wait, is that automatic reconstruction? Does that mean they go in, take everything out, and then you wake up and you have new boobs?
Yeah, they took all of my breast tissue out
Okay,
and they
all
gave
right.
me C's.
I
when
didn't
I
know
was
they
double
they
date.
were doing that now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was gonna wake up with, but I woke up with beautiful titties. They're a
Yeah.
little small for my
Got nice
body, but
ones.
I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful.
That's got to be, I mean, I don't, I'm not in your place, but I've got to imagine that's a lot easier waking up to that than
To nothing.
to nothing, because I've seen what the nothing looks like, and it's
Oh, you should
rough.
see what mine look like. Nikki's seen them.
No,
But they're gonna be
look,
fine. They're gonna be
I'll tell
fine.
you,
and
they were
it's-
not. No, Ames, you fucking know, okay? I can't hold back. And they looked really good for
They do.
for.
They look like a
She had a
Barbie.
lot of swelling, but that
Yeah,
other than
yeah,
that was it. You couldn't tell other than like because you could still see like the marks and
scars.
stuff. But you have
Yeah.
you have zero scars. Like you also have
Yeah,
no
I
nipples,
do.
but
Well,
I have
no,
nipples,
I,
right? I'm getting them tattooed. Yeah.
yeah,
she doesn't
that's
have
so
nipples,
crazy.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I still hot,
You ain't
Kevin?
have no nipples.
No, I'm getting them tattooed on. I'm getting them tattooed.
She is.
That's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah. No,
But have
they
you
look
ever
great,
seen,
but
have you ever seen the
I need to
chest
get mine
of
tapped off. Look, they need to
a
get fucking look at these fucking
full
things.
mastectomy?
What's
It's like
that?
indents.
First of all, it's too dark out. We can't see your fucking gigantic fucking
Settle down, Kevin.
like.
Nikki always wants to talk about her tits.
You ain't
She's
ready for
always
these.
talking about her tits.
Oh,
They're just
listen,
fucking large.
please, but please,
Like my tits enter the building way before I do. Like
I
they're
did,
just
I
there.
dated, I dated some girl who had J's, so stop it.
So you know what they look like. Were they natural J's?
Yes, yes.
So you understand one is in the East Coast and one's in the West Coast.
Well, like she used to be able to do this and fold them underneath her arms, and it looked like they got into an argument.
I can't do that. So there's.
I could
thank you
probably.
for that.
Yeah.
I call
Yeah.
mine
I
just
can't.
like udders. 5 kids hanging off of them.
5
Yeah.
fucking kids. Got you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly, blonde Kelly.
Yo, I got one, and like it's
I
enough.
have 2, and that was So the
It's
second one,
enough.
because my daughter she would not take, but my son I was like no, like I want that bond, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but after
There's-
he did his way with them, they never went down, and I'm like, how the fuck do I get these back down there? She was like, sometimes it just happens. I'm like, I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like
Right?
it at all.
Right?
Yeah.
There's
the thing-
nothing like a mother and son bond. There just
Oh my god,
isn't.
Oh God. Sorry, Kev.
Yeah, Kev, yeah. Kev, were you not ever breastfed? Kevin, were you bottle fed, baby?
I was a breastfed baby.
Oh.
You were what?
I was a breastfed baby. Absolutely. You kidding me? My mom had huge cans.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Oh
you
God.
hot now.
Yeah, mine never went. Oh my god, my poor neighbor. Hi, how are you?
I look cute from the neck up. That's it.
Yeah,
Oh my
mine
God.
never went down after I breastfed my son.
Jay and Hull, Amy, I can offer my motorboat services and test the patas.
There you go. See, that's nice, Jay. Look at you.
I love you,
Being
Jay.
a caring friend.
Jay,
What a good
we're gonna have to
guy.
go to Hull sometime. We'll meet at Situate. I'm an ass
I love
guy,
it.
Amy. I mean, I don't really have an ass anymore either. Look at
You do have an ass, so shut the fuck up. You already know that you have an ass. Look at the ass. You can see the ass.
I don't even have an ass
You
anymore.
still have an ass, so stop it. We've already been over this.
God.
God damn it. So
This
stupid.
show
She
went
still got an
fucking
ass, people.
south. Yeah. But Puff Daddy, let's just talk
Amy,
about
you
this
missed
shit.
today. We were talking about fucking anal beads. Where were you?
Jesus
Anal
Christ,
beads?
that was
Yo, I
Anal beads and
hopped
lube.
over for
Fill
lunch.
me in. Who has the anal beads? My bet is Kevin.
Kevin's got anal beads. He sticks up his every Saturday
Not
night.
a chance. Are you kidding me? That is a fucking exit only.
No, but
we
like,
said
what
today.
if other people like it?
No.
What if other people like it, Kevin?
So I jump in, right? Because I'm shopping. I had to go run an errand for the Lord. And I'm shopping, and I hear lube and anal beads. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get in. Kevin's like, Nikki popped up. She heard anal beads. She had to get right into this.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
gonna lick it? Oh, Kevin.
Well, you're going to lick it before you stick it. Yeah. Listen,
my
I'll
God.
tell you.
That's a natural thing, babe.
I'll tell you a really,
That's what
really,
you're
really
supposed
quick
to
story.
do. Okay. Settle down, Pete. You're supposed to do that.
Speaking about anal beads, really quick. So I'm going to tell you a really quick story.
I'm
This
almost
is like the
done.
most
My
disturbing
phone's
thing
going to
ever.
die. So there's that.
So
keep going.
There was a girl that I dated probably, I don't know, 14, 15 years ago.
What was her government name?
It doesn't matter. It does not matter what her government name was.
Why does that make me laugh so much?
She was a pretty.
Kelly will find her.
A pretty run. Yeah, Kelly probably will find her. She'll know what her guinea
Kelly
pig's
will
name
find
was
her.
in the third grade.
Yep.
So she literally asked me if I would bang her while I stuffed my own nuts in her asshole.
Oh, that's a bit much.
Yeah,
for me.
and I'm like, what? And she's like, well, those are anal beads. And I'm like, all right, first of all, you have to stop talking. Like, don't
that's
ever.
a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot for me to deal with.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And I'm a pretty fucked up person, but that was still a lot for me.
I'm super fucked up.
Yeah. Exactly. Kelly, yikes is exactly right. Yikes is right. Like, I was like, I'm not built for that. I'm not doing that. Like, who asks somebody to do that? Like,
wait, can I gotta say, because I don't imagine that even being pleasurable for you or possible, really, unless you're fucking 80 years old and your
Don't
balls
kink
are
shame
anal.
here.
No.
This is a kink shame free zone.
No. Did you hear what I just said?
What?
Did you hear what I said?
I didn't, honey. I'm sorry. I was distracted.
No shame at that point in time. Yes, you will definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
I find that to be like a little impossible. You know what I mean?
The ask on some people is just absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Yeah. Did you like run when she said that?
Yeah, we didn't date for too much longer after that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I would hope not. Anyways.
No.
I only read dirty romance novels, and
oh my god, I love smut novels.
Oh my god, yeah, and I haven't even read that scene yet. So
yeah. Well, you don't ever want to. It's definitely not.
Yeah, I'm a smut novel connoisseur.
Oh my god, Nikki, we're gonna have to talk.
Do you have audio?
I do audio, but I read a lot on my Kindle.
Yeah, I listen to books.
There's only certain
Yeah.
like that's why I want Omar to be I want him like as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, fuck. He would
I love
be
me some
great
Omar.
on
Oh my god.
if he did
Love
a
me some
dirty
Omar.
romance novel audio, oh my God.
I know, right? I listen to it. I listen to him read the fucking
Uh,
dictionary.
Who's Omar?
All right. He's from the
The
Tilted
Tilted
Lawyer. He's
Lawyer.
really good. Yeah, he's
Okay.
really good. Tilted Lawyer. He does all of like all Laura Owens and stuff like that. But he's
Okay.
really good. He's a friend of the show. We have streamed together several times. What does this say? Something about no lesbian.
Oh, I bet. All right, absolutely. Me and her have something in common. Listen, I'm a lesbian too. I like vagina, so.
Oh my God, you're a lesbian paramedic.
I'm gonna change my name to that.
But yeah, I wish I knew the name of that case because you guys would like. Supposedly, she finds her in the basement and there's paint all over her. And the reason she got a third trial was because the paint expert was wrong.
What?
About how.
There you go. There you go. Look at my new name.
Lesbian paramedic. I love it.
We just gotta remember that in the morning. Steve's a lesbian too, he said.
Yep.
Me
And
too.
listen, and it says right underneath my name, it says I fuck on the first date.
We'll see about that. Yeah.
What happened to Knick-Knack?
Oh my
she left? Oh no, her phone
She didn't like it. She didn't
No,
like,
she-
oh,
I-
there
no,
she is, the bitch.
She said her phone was gonna die. So, oh, there she is.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hi, hey.
She's in the
All right,
car.
you guys. I
So
hate to do this. I
Hold
hate
on,
to
Abe,
do
before
this.
you go.
Okay.
Before you go, 2
go.
seconds.
Go.
In Audible, I have to tell you, don't judge my fucked upness.
Never.
But you have to listen to the strangers and hold on. Hold on.
Guys, I'm trying to tuck this thing under the hoodie,
You're
under.
absolutely stunning. Don't even please. I'm so glad you're showing your face and thank you for being a part of our
Little strangers
channel.
and losers. Do you hear me?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Little
it?
Strangers is like one of my faves.
I can't.
Little Strangers
All right,
and
and
then
who's
Losers
it by?
in Audible.
Who wrote it?
What?
Hold on.
What is happening?
Hold on. Go back to that comment. I figured out. Hold on, I got it.
That would actually be really fun if we did audio romance night.
So Harley LaRue is Losers, and then
Amy, I'm coming over.
Can you hear me?
Right now. I'm
All
coming
right,
over for dinner.
so Leah.
I'll give you something to eat.
Send me the
Lee
address.
Rivers is Little Strangers.
I am on the way.
And this is romance. Dirty.
No, yeah, it's smut. Straight smut.
Straight
I
smut.
love smut.
We should
all
all-
smut.
I will tell you, Little Strangers.
I'll read smut stuff.
Little Strangers is wicked.
No, that's what I'm saying, or lesbian paramedic.
Yeah.
I think that would be hilarious. I
Wait, what are
tortured
they
one of my
calling you now?
friends.
Wait,
Lesbian paramedic.
Oh, lesbian paramedic.
I had to drive home from a wedding. It was a 10-hour drive, and I got stuck with like the two fucking assholes nobody wanted to deal with. They're drunk asses. And I put on one of my dirtiest smut books on the speaker for 10 fucking hours to shut him up. It was very uncomfortable for him. But I think if we did it like where we read aloud, it would be hilarious.
Wait, hold on, time out. Donovan, you have a smut barn? Oh my god, what the fuck
Wait.
is a smut barn? I need to know what a
Wait,
smut barn is.
Does Donovan have an OnlyFans? What is
Donovan
happening
has
right
a
now?
smut barn. Like, what the fuck is an actual smut barn? Because I am there. Give me the address stat.
EMT Kevin, he's lesbian paramedic.
No, I changed my name back. I changed my name back to Kevin from South Boston, but it says my flirt game is strong. Just ask Karen Reed.
Oh. In
Me
the
and you
words of
both.
Kim. Oh.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh.
Wait, what?
You like
I
that?
don't see the smut barn.
I need to know what a smut barn is.
Listen, it's like a she shed.
What?
I'll
I
allow
just
it.
got you a drink, King. Go.
No, I don't.
Apparently, my kid doesn't have legs today, so I gotta give him a drink. I'll be right back.
You're good, babe.
I don't know if I like.
So he's like poor little Ting Ting. You don't have legs.
Okay. So, Little Strangers is wicked fucked up. So if you have like any reservations about a line, I promise you it will cross it.
What do you mean?
The only one I had reservations with was and it's like one of my favorite authors, but it was called Credence.
I need to know the title because I don't have any limits. So
I don't read books.
All right. Well, the girl basically is stranded with no parents, and she has to go live with her uncle, who's not really her uncle.
Oh, we lost.
Like, but
right at the worst time ever.
Uncle Daddy.
Kevin, is it just you and me?
No, it's you, me, and backseat juror right now.
No, she's like buffering.
Can you hear me?
She's not. Not for me, she's not. I get her.
She's buffering for me. What the fuck?
Well, get out of your trailer.
All right, so
it's a very expensive
can you hear
camper,
me?
by the way.
I can hear you.
I'm eating a.
All right.
Look at. You want to see what I'm eating?
Nikki, shut the fuck up. Can you hear me?
That would be a melted down banana split.
She can't
I don't
hear
know. I don't know if she can hear you, but I can hear you.
me. You're like dying to know the plot. So the uncle has to take her in, and there are three.
Hold on a second, Nikki. We can hear you, but you're talking over backseat juror right now.
Oh my bad. Sorry.
Dump yourself out and then come back in and see if that helps.
Good call. Sorry, Amy.
Yeah,
Spread your load.
Keep on eating your banana split, but make sure you look your husband in the face, in your eyes when you eat the banana the long way.
I hope she comes back for this. She'd probably love it, but it crossed the line for me.
Was Nikki talking over people and just left?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry,
Is
baby.
she not coming back?
Oh. There she is.
Yeah, I said spread your load.
I'm so sorry.
Nikki,
all right, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you now. I could not hear you. You were buffering on my end.
All right, spread your load. All right, so the girl's parents die, and I forget what the deal is, but the uncle is someone she doesn't know, and I want to say they're not blood related. It's like through step parents. So she
Carry
gets
on.
sent to go live with him for it until she turns 18. She's got like 2 months.
Carry on. Okay.
And
I already like it. Sadly, I hate to say it.
There's 3 cousins.
Okay.
And literally I got to like probably 69% of the book. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't know what I could take. She had already had sex with all of them. They lived in Utah.
Ew. Yeah, that's a bit much.
And they
Well,
were
that
on
makes
the
sense.
top
It's
of the
fucking Utah.
mountain. They lived on the top of the Colorado. They lived on top of the mountain. they were stranded until winter was over. Like they had to pack in, like have all their supplies up there. So they literally, you knew, okay, these guys are going to take turns with her. But I just didn't know it was going to be the way it was. And everybody keeps telling me, like, you got to finish it. You got to finish it. It was really good. I'm like, I can't. Like, one's raping her, one's making love to her, one's falling in love with her, and the fucking uncle is like, don't look at your cousins. Get in the shower with me.
So is he like a blood uncle and cousins? Is this like a blood thing? So they're actually uncle and cousins?
No, no, no. It's somehow step related.
Okay, so it's not.
But like,
Okay, so it's technically
she
not bad.
she fucks Uncle Jake and says Uncle Jake. That's where I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're fine with that?
Listen, trauma. Listen, I will tell you, trauma as a child has done some really fucked up things to me. So,
I mean, I love like the other books she wrote. I loved like son's girlfriend moves in the house with them, and she ends up
well, that's like what
marrying
pornos are
the
made of.
dad, fucking the dad. I loved it, but
Yeah, yeah, pornos are
I'm
made of
not.
like the old like the step, like that's like heavily in like what pornos are about, like the step thing. Who are you
Reading porno
calling,
is so
Amy?
much different.
Ames, who are you calling on live?
I was calling Kevin by accident.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
His
Sorry.
name's really not Kevin.
I know his name's not Kevin, but I don't want to dox him.
I know, I'm not gonna dox him either.
Yeah.
All right, so Nikki, were you like me though when you saw Kate, Colin and Allie on the stand? I was like, those two are definitely fucking.
Mm-hmm. I thought it straight out of the gate.
Say hi to Kevin. Say hi, Kevin.
Hi.
What's up, handsome?
What's your real name?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Don't say that though.
We just heard you, Amy.
Everybody just heard you. Everybody just heard you say my name.
I didn't.
Nuh-uh. Everybody heard Stevie?
And your son just said it.
Yeah.
Everybody just heard Stevie?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh well.
I
okay,
didn't.
so that's
I
fine.
didn't.
You know,
I
Stevie-
actually didn't hear it because Nikki's talking.
Yeah, it's Stevie.
What's your actual name?
Kaden, stop undressing me. Go.
His real
Go.
name's Stevie.
His real name's Stevie. Go.
Kaden, go to school and tell everybody you know Stevie Nicks.
He's on spring break. Your girl got him every day now. It's fine.
Oh,
I'm fine.
Yay. It's fine.
It's
You'll be
fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, fine. Everything's fine.
I'm fine. I have Nikki to
Everything's
call.
fine. Everything's fine. Come Monday, things will be different.
Listen, I
Yeah,
just
that's
face
okay.
fucked this
I
banana
only
split,
got to
so-
worry about that until July 12th. Then I get laid off and I lose my job. So I'm going to have no job come July 12th. This is
Oh,
amazing. I can't wait.
congratulations.
Can't wait. That's why I'm going to Florida for a month. July 15th.
Christ.
Where are you going in Florida?
Debbie Downer.
Oh, so I'm going to go visit.
He's
my
going to
friend
the villages.
I am going to go to the villages. I'm going to go find some loofahs.
No, you don't want to. They're
Can't
all
wait.
fucking venereal diseases in there.
That's even better. You kidding me?
No, the disease. They're worse than teenagers. I'm telling you.
That's
good. Amy, how do you know this?
From going to Florida all the time.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not, I think the villages are like 45 minutes from Sarasota, and I was at a funeral once there, and all I know is everybody started whispering, like, you're from the villages.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I've told everybody. I've always told everybody, like, the thing is, you have to realize, like, there's so much rampant sex going on in the villages that Netflix did a special on it. So if you get a Netflix special,
No, they didn't.
Yes.
They did.
No, sir. I'm gonna find it. I'm intrigued.
No.
Go look.
Same. We have to do a fucking stream on it.
I'm all about it.
Yep.
You're lying.
Hey.
I've watched everything
No.
on Netflix.
Well, you haven't watched this.
Oh my god, I'm watching it now.
Hold on, I'm gonna go find it right now.
Fuck is that noise?
The door. It dry has like dry.
It's always Nikki.
It might be
During lunch,
gross
she's in
eating
her
on
fucking truck.
It's always
eating
fucking
on
Nikki. No, it's the
on
door.
screen.
It's like sticking. The Lord was supposed to bring WD-40 home, but he didn't. So there's
Okay, so on Netflix, it's called Some Kind of Heaven.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm
No
gonna go have
wonder.
fun. Okay. We'll lay down.
No wonder I skipped it.
What?
Kevin, you bring in your Sam's bag of loofahs, the multicolored Sam's bag.
I'm gonna bring a loofah bag. I'm gonna bring some upside down pineapple balloons.
What sound was you talking about?
It was
It'd be amazing.
Go.
Good strategy.
Dude,
I like
bring
it.
tons of condoms and
Wait, peanut
probably
butter
a
and
lot of
celery?
lube.
Water-based
butter
lube,
and
not
celery?
fucking baby oil.
What kind of fucking freaking shit are
Ew.
you into, Hate?
That's backseat Jura.
No.
Oh, wait a
Hate-
minute. I just read the
Hate-
chat. My bad.
Hate said peanut butter and celery. Is that like a sexual thing, or
Listen,
tell me how it works?
Celery
I hate-
is just water with hair.
I agree with that. What's wrong?
What just happened?
Here, do you want to listen? You want to say hi?
No, he can't listen.
No, we're
What
not talking
just
Well,
about
no, say hi to him. He can hear you.
Hi,
What
Kay.
just happened?
Hey.
Hi, Kaden.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi.
Baby. I love you. I'll come see you soon. I'm home next week.
Yeah.
Nothing.
She's
We were
coming home
talking
next
about-
week. We're going to see her.
We were
All
talking
right,
about
bye.
how great you are.
It was Nikki's door. Go lay
Yeah,
down.
it was the door. I'm sorry.
The kid's
That's
so
Laura's
nosy. Can't stay in his own lane. I wonder where he gets it from.
I mean, his mama.
Right. He's my doppelganger.
I got it from my mama.
fault. Baby Gronk. All right, go
Get it
spend
from
time
my
with him,
mama.
Ames.
Yeah, it's been 3.5 hours.
Shit,
I love you
that's
guys.
wait.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for coming up and being up here. We had a great panel. I had a great Friday. We had the Bad Kids Club, and I hope you guys will be back here with us next Friday and for the Karen Reed trial Monday through Friday. We start at 7:30, and then we go to the trial and watch that all together and talk all types of shit in the chat. So
I love it.
I see that there's a bunch of ex people watching us. If you want to come over
Hi,
to
guys.
YouTube, hi
Oh,
guys,
fuck.
hi ex.
I am so
That's-
sorry.
Yeah,
Make sure like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe. Come over here.
Like and subscribe,
Yes.
bitches.
I love you
Oh,
guys.
I'm
Thanks
out.
for being here.
Love
Bye.
you guys.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye,
Bye.
Kev.